Please be patient with me, everyone. Today is a wake up with a headache day. So, welcome to the tomb.
I'm gone. Don't let it end like this.
And we're dead.
Ah,
Hang on, let's actually
worse
redo
than
that.
last time.
So. Yeah, some joker decided to trap the hell out of this place. Not sure why.
This isn't where I wanted to go.
Ah, that's fine. Oh, hey. Tomb Key 1. Nice. Seems vaguely familiar somehow. Alright, well, all we have to do now is get to the middle, right? Right.
This isn't where I wanted to go.
Alright, well, let's loot the place first while we're here. That's probably a good idea. Ow. Ow. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Got a pipe. So I know that all of you hate me horribly. And that's okay. I accept that hatred. But I wanted to share something that amused me. There are two things that I think this game does legitimately superior to Baldur's Gate 3. We were talking about this just last night, because, you know, me and my co-op group are currently playing through Baldur's Gate 3. So, you know, obviously kind of fresh on the mind. Can anyone guess what those things are before I tell you? Okay, so now we die.
Don't let it end like this.
By the way, that symbol on the floor is the symbol for
Feels like I've been
Torment.
through a shredder.
No, Baldur's Gate 3 does a better job of that.
What am I doing
Simon.
here?
That's a good question. Where are we? Southeast. Okay. Communication and map design? Nope. Map design is way better in Baldur's Gate 3. Good morning, Magister. Good morning, Dakota. Sorry, I should clarify. Overworld design is better in Baldur's Gate 3, although also map design. I don't see the cat right now, so I'm guessing he's off lounging somewhere. Dialogue to convey personality nuance. No, actually, Baldur's Gate 3 is pretty good at that. I mean, you could argue Planescape Torment's better at it, but that's not really where I was going with it. There's key 2. Okay, you've pulled it technically, which means you're wrong. I'll just answer for you, because nobody's actually guessing. I'm kind of amused by that. There's two things, right? Two things. And they're both gameplay. You know, the only thing I actually care about. This is the first thing. This is the quick loot. You can't see my mouse. This thing down here is the quick loot option. What it is it's something that just allows you to see all loot that's on the ground in a radius around you. And then you could just click or click and drag from the quick loot bar rather than having to run around and actually click stuff on the ground. This is a weirdly good quality of life feature and really speeds up looting. No, that's a great feature. The second thing is this thing right here, me holding down tab. So Baldur's Gate 3 has this kind of feature. It's Alt in Baldur's Gate 3. We just hold down Alt to showcase things, but it's buggy and inconsistent in Baldur's Gate 3. So you hold down Alt, and sometimes it shows you stuff, and other times it doesn't, and other times it shows you some stuff. We actually encountered a situation just last night where a bit of loot was visible with Alt, and then we went forward a little bit, and then we put Alt on the ground again. And it still didn't actually... It no longer showed the thing that we had just looked at. It was a very strange situation, and if you remember my playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, and this is true in all my other subsequent playthroughs, I don't even use Alt anymore. I just mouse around a bunch because it's just not worth even trying.
Don't let it end like this. All right. Worse than last time. This isn't where I wanted to go.
Could you stop with the traps? Oh my god. Now, there's about 70 hyper-Boolean things that Baldur's Gate 3 does better than this game. But I just thought it was interesting that there's anything this game does mechanically, there's to say, gameplay-wise, better than Baldur's Gate 3.
Don't let it end like this.
Good morning, Ameristar.
Feels like I've been through a shredder.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, this game just looks so great that I've already given it 2 negatives on both axes. Alright, so, what we're looking at here. What little life there is in the world is draining out of this hole in my body. The world can burn. The plains can burn. Just give me life. I will destroy this life so badly. Break it, smash it, and stain it in blood and feces, so you cannot live it either. Let all creation burn, for I cannot die. Yeah, I've never even heard of UX design. The inscription looks like directions on your back. I feel like you've been drinking a few cases. Six walks, you need to center yourself. Like your position is a journal. Harold can fill in the rest of the chant, if he's not in the dead book already. Don't lose the journal or we'll be up the sticks again. Whatever, do not tell anyone who or what you are. Read the journal, find Farod. To surprise, there's one more line, one that Morte didn't read to you in the mortuary. Don't trust the skull. Interesting. We could try that. I don't know if that's command or feedback, but let's do seldom. Well, hang on. Selection sounds. Given command sounds. But I don't think either of these will actually affect updating my journal. Let's put both to never and test it. Let's see. Extremely important to record your journey so you might learn from them. The greater need, however, is the sources of information used to uncover the mystery need to be protected when they are found. If key figures, documents, or oracles are somehow removed, either by death or destruction, you'll never know who you are or how you came to be this way. I suspect we will continue to die and be reborn until we finally get our life right. It's not quite Groundhog Day. I do not know what we have to do to bring that about. Therein lies the frustration. Is it some sort of karmic cycle? As I gather, some incarnations have committed terrible crimes, but there's also been a number of incarnations where we liberty nothing but good. Are these incarnations intended as punishment? I don't know. And that's the only real truth I can offer in these karmics. I do not know. At what point does I get separated from we? At what point am I freed of the shackles of the actions of these other incarnations? At what point am I allowed to be me without the weight of the past lives? I've lost lifetimes because of my killer. I cannot deceive him, so I must kill him. I tried to throw him off the scent. I left false bodies, tailored in such a way to placate him. I roamed the outermost plains, hoping to use distance as a shield. I built a tomb full of traps to try and kill the killer. I hid. All I bought was time. The attacks inevitably began again with more fury than before. Deceptions are useless. Somehow the killer always knows that I live. No matter where on the plains I hide, he finds me eventually. Interesting. There's nothing that can be done. Memories are gone, perhaps never to return. With every death, I lose a part of me. How can one be immortal and still die? He told me my mind is weakening with every death. I asked him how this could be, but he could not answer. He was of no use. I butchered him, so no other incarnation would ever benefit from his uselessness. Jesus Christ. Hello, Czar. So they said, you have been divided. You are one of many men. You bear many names, and each has scars in your flesh. Lost one, immortal one, incarnation's end, man of 1,000 deaths, the one doomed to life, the restless one of many, the one whom life holds prisoner, the bringer of shadows, the wounded one, misery bringer, Yemeth. You're weary. Fear names. Names have power and identity. Others can use names as weapons. Names are a hook that can be used to track you across the plane. To remain nameless and you'll remain safe. I am the nameless one. Oh yeah. Loading is faster than in Baldur's Gate 3. There's a key.
Updated my journal.
Okay, well, that proves that. That didn't change anything. That's a lot of stuff. What do we get here? +1 battle axe. Not too shabby, actually. I mean, that's probably why we go along with it, Czar. Why would we wear a shirt? It'll just get ruined as we get killed over and over.
I'm gone.
So, Morte.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Can you read what's tattooed on my back again? Ah, come on, Chief. Don't tell me if you got it again. No, I think I want to hear all of it this time. Go ahead, refresh my memory. That's going to be hearing that a lot. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Keep going. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, here's the last bit. Okay, what does it say after that? What are you talking about, Chief? They ain't anymore. What about don't trust the skull?
Updated my journal.
Oh, that bit at the end. Well, I figured it was a wash. I didn't read that out loud. Okay. Alright, fine. We'll go back to this game's scintillating soundtrack. Okay, I didn't time that like that, Game Geek, but I just want you to know that was extremely amusing timing. Nollis, SteamWorld, Block, and Mercenaries 2. Thank you, Game Geek, as always. Okay. Right. So, let's go give back. Where are we? Where are we? I recognize this place. We did get rid of our mage levels, yeah. I mean, we're wielding the axe right now. Don't worry, we'll go back to mage eventually. We will. I mean, overall, it's. I think the total thing is, it's like it's best to get fighter to 13 and then thief to 13, And then take mage levels for the rest of your existence. If you want to truly min-max, I think it's like 9 and then 13 and then infinite or something like that. I forget the exact line, but I don't care that much.
Done.
That's where people actually like to fight the final boss. Could you imagine? Fighting a final boss. Anyways, behold this game's amazing soundtrack.
I'm gone.
Oh, no kidding. Multi-classing was just broken in everything before 3rd edition. Just all of it. In some cases, you just straight up couldn't. And then they were like, okay, we'll let you multi-class, but screw you. So I found the flask. Pour the water, here you go. The clear water from the flask trickles across the stone lips, diluting the filthy flow that spews from the holes. As you watch the ditch's water slowly dissipates entirely, the dirty taint of it replaced by clear flesh water. Clive groans in ecstasy. Ah! Allergies. After a moment, he says, do you wish an answer now or later? Now, please. I'm not coming back down here. Seek out a woman named Amal. She resides in the clerk's ward in the upper sigil. I don't know where exactly. Best of luck in your quest, immortal. Thanks, Clive.
Updated my journal.
Yeah, mundanely bizarre is a great way to put that, Loner. And I've actually already given the game a positive 4. The cat even agrees, if you can believe it. Okay, so now we gotta get out of here.
All right.
Let me out. Yeah, we got a quest to turn in with the guy's name I've already forgotten. This guy right here. I have your knife. He lectures the knife, shaking it. Don't you go running off again.
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal. Turned that in. We actually could do a couple other things, but let's go ahead and not. Let's head to Farod first. We're about to get another party member. Freaking finally. Still don't have a cleric. Bronze sphere? I have it. His eyes gleam as you hand him the bronze sphere. He touches it gingerly, almost reverently. You, Carp, such a gamble you are. Paid off handsomely you have. Years have been cruel to me, I see. I did you what you want. I want some answers. He doesn't even look at you as you speak. His attention is swallowed by the sphere. Yes, ask your questions. You're important. You're very important in your questions. So what do you know about me? Why was I told to seek you out? Stay your weapons from what I'm about to say. But it could be your ears will take offense. My ears no longer care, but yours are still fresh from the burning, it seems. Let's see. Do I want to kill him? I have some decent charisma. Let's just say, nope, just tell me. The truth. The truth was stretched a bit from my mind to my tongue when we first spoke, Corpse. In all terrible honesty, I know little about you. Yet hear me out. Yes. You're a cutter who plays at being dead, as I see. Some time ago you came to me, like you are now, but not. Just strolled right into Ilwyn Court and said you wanted an audience with me. Aye, an audience, like I was royalty. You knew the right things to say. Oh, yes, you did. You spoke like the chant, like a governor, worn and true, and I listened. But you were royalty. A pennant position, were you not? Once. Titles, only words, nothing in the end. Knew that, too. My history, I think you did. What did he want from you? Oh, Farod, great collector king, I've come to request a boon. A boon, I says. What can I offer a man of such obvious strength? And you asked for a strange thing. You said, Lord Fred, I asked for courtesy. Your collectors roam the hide. If they find my body, I want it kept safe. That's all I ask. A simple boon. That's all you know. Before you speak, you suddenly feel prickling in your skull as Farad speaks the word boon, and the smell of blood and fear rushes through your nostrils. Farad is hiding something that happened in the past involving you, and it scares him. The boon he granted you is no simple matter. So you granted the boon just like that? There's nothing to be gained from it for you. Why did you even agree to do it? A dead man can keep no promises, and promises to dead men are easy enough to keep, corpse. You're a merchant, not a Samaritan. There must have been another reason. Aye, his face suddenly peels back in fury, his skin flushed red. After you'd strung up a score of my blood on the hive walls to die, I had enough reason to promise you the plains themselves. Then your butchering self came to my home, my kip, to demand a boon of me. I agreed. Holy crap. So, It really is funny to me, and completely understandable from a writer's perspective. We apparently had dozens, if not hundreds, of incarnations, but really, we only hear about 3 over the course of the game. And it's always easy to tell which one's which. I'm sorry about your people. That wasn't me. If I make it the laws to you, I will. No matter. Them bodies serve me well enough. The Dusty's played the same for fresh generators as old. So is that the only reason you agreed to my request? You knew things about me. Things only I know. You know I was greedy for something beneath sigil. You put a name and picture to it. The bronze sphere, you said. I didn't think you would fetch it for me, yet you did. And you're strange in ways. That's all you know. No. That's all I know about you. Fine. Next question. What did you take off my body after I died? I took nothing. Then again, I wasn't the one who found your body. The original. Sorry. And, like, we get a few very tiny hints about everyone else, but the only ones that we get any actual development for, or characterization for, is those 3. That's what I would do, too. It's just not possible to write 20 or 100 fully fleshed out, in-depth characters. Like that, you start to stretch, and they start to get samey after a while. You can bring in other writers to help, but, I mean, they were already having issues getting this game pushed out the door, and there were development issues, and blah, blah, blah. So, no, limiting yourself to 3 was a smart move. Frankly, they really limit themselves to 2. God. Yeah, that's a perfectly acceptable way to do it, too, Dakota. Although, we'll get to that later. So his smile widens. My daughter, the rose of my eye, the sweetest of my family, the sharpest wit of them all. Such a cruel tongue on her.
Updated my journal.
My darling girl Anna, she found you dead as dead or can be in a place where most collectors wouldn't go for a mountain of coppers. Could be she plucked something off you, did she not? You'll have to ask her. It's not her Da's place to say. Don't lie to me, Farad. You were a merchant and you take a cut from your workers. What did Anna give you from my body? Ah, yes, my tribute. There's no telling what was from you or not, corpse. More likely it was nothing. Truth, bluff, truth. We'll check here. Farad, my patience is at an end. If you don't hand over what was stolen from me, I'll see to it the dustmen know where to find you. He is silent for a moment. And there's the decency of man gone. Courtesy I am doing for you, corpse. Such a courtesy. Farad parting with anything. Be the dead book for me if anyone heard. Wait here, move not a yard, I'll return.
Updated my journal.
After a long while he returns, with his crutch clacking against the flagstone. In his hands he holds a number of items, which he passes off to you. You will be silent on this and accept this blessing that I even remember. A few hundred coppers, a scrap of paper, and a ring? Anna. She found you, blah, 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 blah. Where is she? Where is Anna? She's hiding in the shadows here. I expect listening to his trade a chant. I called for her after you went below. I had to ask her if you were really in the dead book when she found out you were not. Anna, stop mithering in those shadows and greet our guest.
I feel stronger.
So here's our first thief.
Oh, what now?
You turn to see a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armor. You didn't even hear her enter the chamber. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature. And a horn shoulder piece protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail. You're Anna? I met you in the hive outside the mortuary, correct? She ignores you and turns to Farah. What's this about, Nan? I'm not playing the leash pull with the scarred dog, so I'm not. Get another one of your gullies to do it. Anna, rose of my eye, have I not taught you to respect the dead? A smile warms across his face and he makes a slight bow toward you. This resourceful corpse needs to know where you found him. What are you on about? He's not a debtor. Ah, yes, my mistake. Yet, darling, it still makes it your mistake. This one had one foot in the dead book when you brought him to me. He woke up, sought me out. Most embarrassing. So, you shouldn't be playing Dead or the Hive around. I'll get end up with the Dusty's arms. Enough! Where did you find my stupid body? We found the body, Anna. Take him to the haunted alley. If you happen to lose my darling out on the way, corpse, come back and see Farad. I'll guide you.
Updated my journal.
Come on then. Keep your steps quick, Jig. Little time to waste for the likes of you. Okay. Yeah. I'll take the teleport. So there's where we want to be. Okay, cool. But first, so there she is. Yeah, the prototype. Feels like the wrong word. The template of tiefling characters. I'm sure I've seen some past this, but the most recent one I remember from this is Number 1 X2, who is basically her. Good morning, Evo. Take all that wonderful stuff. One more level, and we'll be done raising Wiz. Sorry. Just amused that we have 23 wisdom. Strength increased permanently. Hold on. No, yeah, we're back up to 10 now. Woo! Okay. Yep, we successfully have... Oh, man, check out the bod there. Holy moly. That is just... Yeah, anyways. Just turn it. Come on, allergies, work with me. Work with me. Wait. There we go. Much better view. Yeah, no. We're going to be back here. No. There was something I wanted to do. Ah, we're up by the tattoo parlor. So that's the spot, but before we continue the main story quest, let's do a couple things. Let's talk to her.
Aye. What is it you want then?
So, did I meet you in the hive before I found Farah? Hi, haven't forgotten you. Last time I heard you told me he was southwest of the mortuary, when he wasn't. Hi, I did. And you'd have done the same if some scarred wreck came to ask where you could find your da. You found him anyway, so I don't want to hear you carrying on about it, dude. Right. What are we doing by the mortuary? It's my territory. It's looking for dead as I was. Found a walk in what I did. So, did you find anything on my body? She looks at you warily. Her tail stops flicking for a moment. I'm happy I found something, but if I found anything, it's mine by right. Anna, what did you find on my corpse? Well, you did have some fist irons and a bit of jink, but I left that for the Dusty, so they think I was a wee bit honest. You had an ugly ring that I kept. It's worth thrice more than the jink and irons it was. But it's ugly to wear. Give me the ring back. I didn't want the ugly thing anyways, I didn't. Fine. You mentioned some stuff from my body down for its keeping. What do you mean? He takes a bit off every corpse we find. It's his right being lord of the village. Every corpse? That's a lot of corpses. Oh, aye. To him tell the old Stuttercrutch has a stash pit somewhere close to him. It's the only reason I can see why he's so kept in that filthy, dafty hall. Nothing but stinking shadows. Through us the tribute. Aye. What are you on about? Planning to rob him? I am tempted. I'm warning you against such a thing. Ferret can be daft sometimes. But he's mean as old fiend spit when he gets worked up. He loves his keepsakes. Where would he keep it all? If he's at the village, he would have amassed quite a collection. I know he's never left the hall to get his tribute. I don't want to walk far with that leg of his, though. So the crutch of his is a portal key. Why, there's a thought. I wouldn't know how you'd use it, though. Anyways, other questions. And that we can trade as a thief. Sure, Czar. What's the question? Okay, I guess that's actually it with her. Let's check what we just looted, because we just looted a bunch of stuff. +3 save versus poisons. Okay, that's pathetic. +1 AC, which we have better of. We actually have one of those on us. I wish Morte could wear a ring. I tell you what, just to be nice, here you go, Anna. Have the ring. +1 AC. Wait, isn't plus AC bad? Don't we want less AC? Oh god, I don't actually remember now. Whatever. Tear of Doom. Permanent +1 Constitution. Lawful good only. We are lawful good. See, that would be kind of cool, actually, Loner. The catch is, how do you make it so it's not just a padding tax, right? Permanent con. Yep. Oh, it's less Thacko, more AC. Got it. Look, I love 2nd edition. It's the best of all editions ever. Please don't shoot me. Con's up to 10. Woo! But, I hope I never play a 2nd edition game after this. Ever. Still can I do the damn pipe? And since Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are both basically turbo vetoed, that might actually be true. Hang on, how many rat tails do I have? Oh, they're on someone else. I still got these stupid keys, too. Let's get the note from Farod. Beware shadows, beware the place where the night lives. Hey, wait, there's no darkness, only shadows. Okay, well, we can just drop that now. Doom keys, punch daggers. All. Spell for later. Bunch of stuff for later, actually. 28 rat tails. I don't know. Try Hexia. I mean, the obvious answer is because of the Lady of Blades. Or Lady of Pain, excuse me. But that's really a cop-out answer. Well, you turn in the rat tails to the one dude, and he pays you a pittance for them, but after you turn in, I think it's like 9, it actually unlocks another quest, which we'll be doing once we get there. Oh, hey, my weight capacity went up. Woo! Are they vetoed?
Because I hate everything that's good and joyful in this world.
Ah. Ah. Yeah, I deserve that. So, the real reason, like, obviously I never want to play those games again. I really don't. I'm not going to joke or bandy about the bush about that. But that isn't something that would prevent me from reviewing them. I've reviewed plenty of games I've been dreading over the last week or two here. No, the real reason is because the games are so bugged for me that I actually cannot play them. They fail at the second task of being a streamable game. They are not playable. And I'll start my return in a minute. Okay.
I'm gone.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do our wrap-up. No, wait. We're right here. Let's talk to Tattooson. Tattooson, Sir Tattooson. Greetings. Anna, what's wrong? Are you daft? She's frightened. You so piggy, you get to dance in the lady's shadow, you'll bandy words with this one? What's the problem? It's Fell. Let's be away, shall we? What's the problem? He's a Dabbus who's not a Dabbus, eh? He walks on the ground. No more questions. Let's give this boy a laugh now. Look, Anna, it's gonna be fine. Now tell me what's wrong. Fell's a Dabbus who angered her. Said he's a Dabbus who isn't a Dabbus. The time's close when the lady's gaze will fall on him. Uh-huh. We just want to ask a few questions. Please, Nanny, no good will come of it. I've talked... Anyone who speaks to Fell could draw the lady's gaze. I don't want to die. I don't. She looks close to tears. We can tell her, be quiet. We can promise, no harm will befall you on her. We can lie to her. No harm will befall you. I'll do the promise. Come on then, talk to him. I don't care. Okay, thank you. Some questions for you. I need to give you something, which I don't seem to have on me. Here we go. It examines the tattoos on the arm. I pulled it. The arm is yours, the tattoos are mine. One tattoo speaks of a time when your path is shared by 4 others. They speak of 4. Shall I tell you their hearts?
Updated my journal.
One unloved who loves one who does not love. Ouch. One who does not see what the others see and sees what others do not. One is familiar and bound with duty. One is a slave and his chains are words. This symbol, what is it? It is Torment. Is that which it draws all tormented souls to you? Uh-huh. Does he have the big one? There's actually a really nice tattoo he can get. Do not see it. It's odd. Why isn't he giving me these? Sorry, give me a sec. Sorry, I don't actually understand your question, so I gotta go back and read it. Okay, let's try this. Tattoos on the arm. What's he saying? Can you tell me about the tattoos? What did he say? Okay, now does he have it? There it is. Tattoo of the Lost Incarnation. Grants experience points when invoked. Increase regeneration when worn. Yes, please. That's the only one we're going to buy right now. And now we can get out of here.
I'm gone.
And let's just equip that right now. More regen, good. Okay, let's figure out Czar's question here. I know, right? Those just know. Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like I'm with Dakota. It sounds like GM Fiat. Whether or not, what it depends upon sounds entirely up to the GM. Let's head over here, I think. Oh shoot, I went the wrong way, didn't I?
I'm gone.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm gone.
I only remember 2 additional party members after this point. I'm guessing I just never have used the other ones. Yeah, there we go.
All right.
So, nothing apparently. Oh yeah, I always tend to forget about Ignis. That's a lot of bags of dead rats. Yeah, I was thinking of Call from Grace, and I was thinking of someone else, and that was actually it. So I forgot about Ignis. So, you see a squat man with rash-covered skin and several pustules covering his face. Gross. Hey, yes, what I can do for you. I'm not here to plunder the premises. Who are you? I'm the respected Phineas T. Lord, the 39th. In charge of the high branch of the Office for Vermin and Disease Control. It's my distinct privilege to inform you we in the bureaucratics, it's the word we, meaning to encompass the bureaucrats, are accepting bounties on all manner of vermin and the strays that infest the fair streets of Sigil, hub of the multiverse, and the city which sits at the center of all things, the city which by all other cities are measured. Bounties.
Updated my journal.
Yes, we, bureaucratic sense of we, meaning to encompass the Sigil bureaucracy as a whole, are accepting tangible proof. Stop. I have rat tails. Excellent. Here's a rat tail. Okay. Here's a rat tail. Okay. Here's a rat tail. Okay. Here's a rat tail. You get 1 copper for each of these, by the way. Sure, pillagers now. Although, do me a favor, put it in Discord. Better place for that kind of thing anyways. And you could spoiler tag it. There's a rat tail. There's a rat tail. Okay. How many of these do I have to try? Oh. Okay. Nope. Okay, why are you not updating? How did someone as illustrious as you end up in a place like this? That's quite an epic tale. You see, I was born in Sigil. Jesus Christ. That took 16 hours, and I realized I'd somehow offended my colleagues, for I found myself promoted to the branch office. I remained here for these past many years. Yeah, sure. Right, whatever. Goodbye.
Done.
Please don't kill me. Are you in some kind of trouble? The cranium rats, it seems they're determined to rid Sigil of my presence. I perform my duties too diligently. Earlier today, I found a large specimen rat at the very office. I captured the creature and took it downstairs. Before my very eyes, it grew into a huge man-sized creature. Said it was sent to kill me for my crimes against the rats. What did you do? I ran for my very life. Praise the powers. I made it back to my shop and locked the door behind me. What did you... Okay, sure. Done. I'll go deal with it.
Updated my journal.
Updated my journal.
My bike's not working on this thing. My bike's not working on this thing. My bike's not working on this thing.
I think his bite's not working on this thing. You level 8 yet? Nope, he's level 6. Okay.
I'm gone. Forced
I
it.
have.
Open.
Don't know, monster.
I'll take the junk. I guess I'll take everything. Whatever. Oh man, were rats. Just, yeah. So, yes, the creature is dead. I've come from our war.
Updated my journal.
And we're done with him. Okay, so we go with Fell. We got our new thing. Let's talk to Decon.
What is your will?
The things I would know. Did he betray you? Okay. So, no advancement. I think I actually missed a dialogue trigger.
What is your will?
Hi, Jaludo. Oh my god. Option 3 is, so the other me exacted a promise from you to serve him until he died and didn't know he was immortal? Excellent. Let's move along. Slave. Puppies. You know, I could release you, Decon. No. It's not your word that carries the weight, and your word will not free me. The word that chains me is mine. The torment is mine. I know in my heart the chains are me. Words will not free them. Is there any way you can be freed? You must die a final death. I think I could figure that out.
Updated my journal.
Know that you have added other words to my words. Now you have chained us both. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, updated my journal. Okay, what's my int? What is my int? 17. That should be sufficient.
Done.
Let's see if we can skip a step in this quest, because it's not triggering. This just appears to be my want right now. Oh, hang on, really quick. We're nowhere on levels. That's way too far, and that's way too far. That's way too... Okay, cool. Never mind. Not worth the effort. Moving on. Oh, you know what? While we're here, let's sort our inventory, actually. Just occurred to me. Sorry, I'm thinking about the next quest step, and I've still got a pile of junk in my inventory. Let's go to that. Hang on. Oh, I see why it didn't work. That's not how you spell tech. Can I just edit your message? Looks like I can't. So to do a spoiler tag, you put 2 of the tall thing, I don't know what they're called, followed by 2 of the tall thing to close it, if that makes sense. So like, if I was to be like, this is a spoiler in chat, that would look like a spoiler in Discord. Make sense? I do believe that is the Gothic, whatever it's called, font, yes. The Diablo font. Oh my god, I can't talk. Okay, let's get rid of that one. What else have we got? Get rid of this. Keep that, just in case. Get rid of the cranium rat tails. They're officially worthless at this point. Lovely, lovely inventory space. Hold on for right now, you never know. No, Diablo was made on the cheap, and it shows. Pretty much every sound effect in that is also from like the same CD, and you'll recognize it if you really listen to it because it's the same CD everyone else used. An inventory system that doesn't suck. Dragon Quest Builders 2. No joke. It's one of the best out there. Okay, there's my junk in case I need that. Just leveling Disciples of the Hand. Yeah, find a leveling guide, and then do what it says. I'm not actually joking. Okay, so hold on. So that's my severed arm. I could get rid of that at this point, I think. What's this? Oh, that's for you. Here, I've got you an earring. For some reason. Would you like some intestines? That's a common courting gift, right? Is intestines. Let's put the magey stuff over here. I still don't know what point these were-rat skulls are, and that's, of course, a first ring, which I can't use. I still don't have armor. As of this very moment in time, I still don't have armor. I guess it's everything. I'm not willing to get rid of anything else because I'm not sure if I need anything for the rest of it. By the way, if you get rid of a quest item in this game, which you can totally do, it's gone. In some cases, you can get it back if like you drop it on the ground and you remember where you dropped it. But otherwise, nope. Have fun. Alright. Now let's see if we can skip a quest step, shall we?
I'm gone.
No, there's romance in this game.
I'm gone.
I mean, I don't know how in-depth it is. I've actually never done it. You know what that means, Evo. For the sake of review, we have to now. What you doing? Wait for debtors, do I? Hi. Uh-huh. Debtors' corpses? Why? Through the gate? Is the front gate the only way in? Aye, only dead or a dustman going gate. You want Pox make dare again? How would I pretend to be dead? Could you smuggle me in like that? Yes. Just get some free experience there.
All right.
Like you do. I mean, my nameless one is even. I'm taken, thank you very much. So I didn't actually read it. I didn't think you wanted me to pause the stream for it. Give me a second. Who's her husband, Village of Snow? My first and immediate question.
What's
No.
the holdup?
Shut up, I'm reading. Interesting. The only adjustment I would make, Village of Snow, is I would remove Surge entirely. He really serves no purpose in, let's see, any of the narratives. But that would be the only edit I would make there. What am I doing? Was there no romance in Baldur's Gate 1? Genuine question. I do not have strong memories of that game. I think I've only played Baldur's Gate 1 all the way through once. That was for the show. Actually, no, I didn't finish the game for that playthrough, did I? So never mind, I've actually never beaten Baldur's Gate 1. Where am I? This is second file. I don't want second file. Damn it. So what you're saying is Baldur's Gate 2 was the first. If you could call that a romance. I mean, minimum change game, I could see that. So here's my minimum change game. Chrono Trigger isn't connected. There we go, we're done. Sorry.
Done.
No, I'd have to think about that. And I don't want to spoil. I actually have considered giving this positives. I've seen worse. I think that's what I would say here. I'll chew on that. I've been thinking of it. Are you lost? No. I awoke in one of your slaps. You speak in jest, but we'd like to share it with the guards. Okay, I snap his neck. No! Alright, whatever, die. Now, where's this guy? Oh, he's down here, I think. Ugh.
I'm gone. Done.
You know, the other thing that makes Baldur's Gate 2 realistic in terms of romances? The woman says, I'm totally going to sleep with you. And then there's a fade to black, and you don't remember anything actually happening. Three, 3, 1. Who's there? Answer me. It is I. Do you not recognize my voice? Sounds familiar. If you're really, then who am I? Okay, so we don't know his voice. Oh, for God's sakes. So I apparently cannot skip a step here?
What is your will?
God damn it, Takan. Why aren't you telling me about this? Nope, no options. Alright. I mean, this is him. This is him. This is frustrating. No, what's supposed to happen is after we successfully talk to the tattoo guy, Fell, and he's like, we had companions in the past. I'm supposed to be able to talk to Dakan and say, who was the fourth companion that he mentioned? And he'll tell me, oh, it's this guy, and I learned it's Zachariah. And but the thing is, that conversation isn't triggering for some reason. I was hoping for some permanent stat boosts, plus some experience, plus some story, but instead it looks like we're getting nothing. So whatever, let's get out of here. Just leave. Just leave. Patience gone. So yeah, there's this concept called the ante, right? It's a professional term. It's a developer term. It means anytime something becomes considered normalized, like all games of X type have to include this particular feature, that's an ante. The ante has been upped. It's a poker term. I didn't come up with it. Don't look at me. Don't blame me for that one. So, romances in CRPGs are an anti-feature, 100%. Baldur's Gate 2 did it, and then, or Planescape Torment did it, whichever one you'll call it first. And it's just been considered mandatory. And that's the thing. Mandatory. People will legitimately complain if there's not a romance option in one of these games, even if it's a threadbare romance option. I can think of a lot of examples of that, but my favorite is probably KOTOR, which has such a non-threadbare, barely existent romance thing. Or Neverwinter Nights 2. Ditto. You know what your romance gets you in those games? Like 2 additional scenes. Barely. Okay, let's try this one last time, just for the hell of it. Tattoos on my arm. What's he saying? He's saying more than that.
Updated my journal.
Why are you lying to me? The counselor who counsels Ignorance betrays his station.
Updated my journal.
Okay. Supposed to be 4 traveling the past. Oh, go on. What 4 are these? Okay, yep, so there's those ones. Just not want to tell me this. The 4 bounded symbols known to me. What symbol? The symbol of Torment. What do you know about the 4 on the tattoo? Well, let's speak of it here. Very well. We'll leave outside. Okay.
What is your will?
Tell me about the 4. Which I notice is not an option now, even though we walked outside. Alright, whatever. Patience gone. Moving on. Moving on. Whatever. We're just gonna move past that.
All right.
Let's go ahead and turn in a couple of quests while we're here. I mean, honestly, BioWare is very guilty of this. Also, I'm going to go ahead and put Pathfinder Kingmaker on that list, too. There's romance in Pathfinder Kingmaker.
It wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me, Feedling. Or hug me. Or kiss me.
Done.
Done! No, not you! Not you! In a lot of those, it's honestly, the worst example of tacked-on romance for me isn't a CRPG at all. It's a JRPG, Persona 5. I've complained about that one for a fact. I think I've told you about that one specifically, Evo.
I'm gone.
It's just, yeah, you've totally romanced her. Uh-huh. Does that mean or do anything? Well, it changes one scene in the entire game. I found Suego. He was in the catacombs. He died. He was infected with lycanthropy. His mind was no longer his own. Oh, well, you found him. You've done all I've asked of you. You'll make you an initiate. Um... No, I'm good. There's no real benefit for actually joining the faction other than getting an achievement, and honestly, I don't care. Hi, Zach Taft. Grat Smoke. Honestly, I think it would be easier, or more useful, might be a better way to phrase it, to name CRPGs where the romance options felt like they were worth a damn. That's a small list. What you first took to a door is actually a painting. Are you sure this is the door, Anna? Oh, it's been smeared with balmy paints and the starved off. It's a real door till you look at it, then it turns into a painting. It's a real door until you look at it. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, good, Zach Taft. Good that it's not a big deal. We'll be here for a few days, Kika. And then we'll enter a new realm of torment. You might as well ask how you guys on the dead book after I'll show you're dead. Okay. So just don't look at it and open it? Yeah, alright. Hold on. This is the only path I know of to reach the place for Fenegris, but it's not the safest route. You sure you're ready? What's so dangerous? Chaos Men. Oh no! That one armored dude who was actually total badass in Warhammer 3. Just stay behind me. Let's go. Yeah, nice little... You're about to progress the story indicator. Speaking of, cutscene. Well, Pharaoh's dead. Nice place.
I'm gone.
I'm doing the sky block next, yes. The hell block, as some might call it. It's okay, it's one of the shortest of the block. Of the various trails of blocks. Also, you kind of can't do the trails of out of order. Even if it wasn't the shortest. I mean, I wouldn't call that smart so much as has, you know, a survival instinct, but yeah.
The Karak sings true.
Perhaps amusingly, as of this moment in time, I've only played 2 Trails of games. Sky 1 and Cold Steel 2, I believe. Might have been 1. I don't know. One of the Cold Steels. Do I remember how it started? No, I barely remember anything about that game. I didn't retain it at all. Can I help you? I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Why? whole lot of them horrid lunatics having some kind of gathering. Howling lunatics. Is there an echo here? Howling lunatics. Howling lunatics. Howling lunatics. Howling lunatics. Howling lunatics. Very well then. Alright, so let's get some experience here.
Damn.
We outnumber you 6-1. Yeah, but you can't get through the door, so.
Die. I'm hurt.
Although actually, I'm
Right.
overextended
I'm
here.
What's up?
This is what I get right.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Giga.
I shall own it.
Damn it. Did you see that?
Morte, could you just, like, solo this room for me? This is a preview of what playing a fighter's like in this game, by the way.
Did you see that?
Well, and savor it, because it's more interesting than Sky 1's gameplay is going to be. Seriously, we will very likely cheat again in Sky 1. Not because it's hard, but because it is immeasurably boring combat. Like, I would have to really struggle to think of a game I was more bored fighting in than in Sky 1.
This is what I get for getting into a secret.
I know, nobody cares about gameplay.
Might as well.
Yeah, the best way I've ever come up with to describe it. Have you ever played Kingdom Hearts 1?
I've learned some new tricks.
Okay, well, then I have nothing to add to that sentence.
I'm gone.
Because it sort of relies on you knowing that game. Oh, I could put thief skills up. I don't know. Let's go with open traps. Let's go with detect traps. That feels like the right thing to use. What is the Lady of Pain? Nobody knows. I mean, obviously she's a bunch of squirrels in a trench coat, but other than that, nobody knows. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just looking at what else there's to do in here. Welcome to 2nd edition, Giga. You know, I review games as if story and gameplay are equal, and I do, and I stand by that. Because they are. Because a game with no story is immediately and immeasurably disinteresting to me.
Sure, why not?
But honestly, I've definitely had some, like, what do I put it, pendulum effect over the last few years.
Done.
As I've encountered way too many games which just do not have an interesting gameplay loop and are just there for the story. And the worst part is there's two separate flavors of that. I hate both of them for different reasons. Some where the gameplay is boring, and some where the gameplay is bad. And in both cases, it's like... And I think that's the best way I can describe that is... I will actually use a specific example of this. And I know I'm going to get some flack for this, and I don't care. God of War 5, Ragnarok. The gameplay of that game is not very good. There's some occasional interesting stuff here and there, like some interesting boss fights and some aspects of the combat. But for the most part, that game is miserable to play through. I actively hated playing through that game. I was just reaching for the next cutscene at a certain point. Because I like the cutscenes a lot. In fact, I think that's still one of the highest story scores we've ever given a game was for that game. And I stand by it. But God, the gameplay was miserable. Do I have any bandages right now? I have one. I have two more here. Give one to you. Sorry about the noise. I keep forgetting that's a thing. Okay, the Alley of Lingering Sighs.
Done.
Yeah, I honestly strongly recommend you watch God of War 5. It's a fantastic story.
I'm gone.
It's the dead body of a Davis. Okay, hang on. As you reach out with your power to speak with the dead, we're going to talk about Thaco. I mean, I guess I could give this game a negative for Thaco. Sure, let's do that. We'll call that core mechanic. There we go. Yeah, Thaco is wacko. Negative to gameplay. Moving on. As you reach out with your power, there's a faint stirring in the air, and the Davis's body blurs for a moment. I know, right, Dakota? You feel a strange wrenching pain in your skull, as if someone's hammering on it desperately, sharply. Your vision goes black for a moment. The hammering pain fades until its sound is coming from outside your skull. The darkness clears, so you hear the hammering coming from outside the building. The entire building seems hazy, somewhat confused, as if seeing it through mist. The hammering dies, and you see a spectral vision of the Davis entering the building. As it does, the windows and the doors become like water, suddenly sealing over the entrance the Davis came through. The Davis turns, pauses, and begins a slow circle of the room, examining the walls and hammering on each one, as if testing it. The Davis completes its circuit of the room, then pauses by the door it once entered. It begins hammering, chipping away at the stone, but with every blow the wall repairs itself. The vision fades to black, and the hammer continues, first as Davis, then slower and slower. Your vision clears as if the hammering ends, and once you are standing by the corpse of the Davis. It looks as if it withered away here, trapped in the building. That poor thing. Are we trapped in here now? Oh, God. Let's try to leave. Oh, we actually do need the hammer. Hang on. No, go through the door. Oh my God.
All right.
Incrad, Spartan. Dang. I actually had a whole theory about that I shared once, on camera even. It boiled down, someone asked me, like, why is it so many games actually have a pretty solid story and a pretty bad gameplay? And I was like, well, there's a lot of things that could go into that, but my theory boils down to, I feel like a lot of people want to tell more long-form stories, but television is a nightmarescape to get into, and the only other real alternative to that is YouTube. So, it is unironically easier to make a cutscene-heavy game that has some gameplay attached to it to tell a story, to be a narrative, than it is to do pretty much anything else at this point. And I said that years ago. That's even more true now. We were talking about what Unreal is good at the other day. Unreal is good at videos, movies, cinematics, cutscenes. Yeah, God of War 5 is what brought this up, but there's a lot of games that do this. I mean, it doesn't help that Hideo Kojima has outright admitted he'd rather make movies than games. But no, I think this is just true in general. Because this is a common trend. There are a lot of games where it's all about the story. Oh, and there's the gameplay. Like I said, boring gameplay, bad gameplay. Game. This is the place. I found you lying right where we stand. You stare in awe at the bizarre spectacle before you. The what had appeared to be an ordinary, unremarkable brick wall now throbs and pulsates with movement. The wall expands with curious elasticity, heaving outward as if some unseen force were trying to push through the barrier to that side. Slowly, the undulating mass begins to settle, its curves becoming more and more pronounced. You find yourself eye level with a stone caricature of a human face. What's that? I don't know. What am I leaving before we find out? Not yet, there's something. A strong breeze begins to blow around it, and the air is filled with an eerie sigh. The rushing wind grows stronger. You can make out the other sounds as well, the creaking of boards, the rustling of leaves, the grinding of stone upon stone. After a few moments, the clamor ceases to be a cacophony of individual noise and blends into an articulate sound. You can make out a voice that speaks softly. It comes from all around you at once. You? It cannot be you. Greetings! You are restored again, I say destroyed. Destroyed? Where? I say destroyed here in front of me. I see all within me. Things that cast no shadow were shadow. They rose around you, tore you down. Do you not remember? Oh no, it's the shadowy things. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen her close up before. Or at least I've never processed that. Wow. What is this? Might and Magic 8? Yes, you remember. Destroyed as soon I shall be. I cannot delay division much longer. Pressure builds. Soon stones will crumble and the floating ones will repair me to destruction. You're dying. Pressure's too much. Too many places folded inside. Not enough space. Must divide. That must be in the way. What are you talking about? I think it's pregnant. Oh. Freaky. So where are we technically standing right now? I don't want to know the answer to that, Morte. Help me to divide, branch out, expand. New apertures will open. You may use them to travel to the lower world. What do you need? The floating one is upon me, repairing. It prevents me from dividing. I undo its repairs, but it returns again and again. You want me to kill the Dabbus in the alley? Remove it!
Updated my journal.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're about to end Act 1 of 3, by the way, which is why I'm not sure I agree with that. But I can see why you'd say that. Oh, that's funny. What else we got? Dakan, okay. Ignis, he's cool. Morte. Hi! And me. Yeah, I'm so ugly. Okay. We need to talk to Anna really quick.
Aye. What is it you want then?
I have a question about how you found my body. What are you doing looking for bodies in the pregnant alley? I mean, you'd have to creep your way through the tenement, then past the Davis, and then the place that's heavily trafficked. Why'd you even look for bodies here? Where's the hive is picked clean. Gotta find new posters. You sure? It stops her tail dead for a moment. She resumes. I think I don't usually go there for Dinstar Scarpers. Come to think, I've never been here before. So why'd you go there? I don't know. I just did. Lucky for you. If I didn't, you'd still be there. She doesn't know she's lying. Were you compelled to go there?
My journal.
Maybe. It wasn't one of my usual haunts. I couldn't help it, so I just wanted to see what was there that day. And yeah, there you are, dead as timber. Curious. Anyways, thank you for doing that. Let us do the romance. Lucy, the CRPG means a fade to black and an implication that we just banged.
All right.
Excuse me, Mr. Davis. Excuse me. Excuse me. Greetings. I understand. I just thought you should know I discovered the body of a Davis in the alley. It lies in the abandoned building not far from here. Looks as though it got trapped inside somehow. I just told you it's a trap and you're going to walk into it? Ooh, okay. Oh no. Do I still have it? Tell me I still have it. Oh no, did I finally get rid of it now that I actually need it? I did. Alright, hang on. Oh yeah, it had an animation and that wonderful music. Although Mass Effect 1, 2 had even funnier music. Doonch, 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 doonch. Any mostly text CRPGs that did good romance? I can only think of like 3 mostly text CRPGs. Honestly, only one of them is really that good. In general, never mind in romance. Stairs. What makes a romance good? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Shing! No, what makes a romance good is the same thing that makes anything else good or bad. Really, that's the easy answer to that. Good story is good story, regardless of what the story is about. Ow. There we go. Crowbar. Now we can go. It's not a hammer, right? Yep, okay, cool. Peggy. Whatever it was.
All right.
Honestly, I actually cannot fairly judge the BG3 romances because the only romance I've ever seen was so bugged that I only got one cutscene, 2 technically. 2 cutscenes of the romance my entire playthrough. One of which was during the ending. And it felt like the second cutscene in the arc.
All right.
I never 100% verified that's what was going on, but it sure felt like it. Okay, I spoke with the Davis. He's out. Still cannot divide. Too weak. Cannot undo floating one's repairs. Want me to undo their changes? How? Seek out the parts of me the floating one has changed. Reverse the changes.
Updated my journal.
Okay. Yeah, Shadow, like, to explain that a little bit. So, if you were to enumerate a romance's cutscenes into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or whatever, I got 1 right when we romanced, and then I beat the game days later, and then I got 2. Now again, I never 100% confirmed that, but that is exactly what it felt like, was that little step. It was strange. It's okay, I also skipped out on almost all of Asterion stuff. Okay, there's 2 we're looking for.
All right.
Yeah. Wow, Valerian. What's doubly funny about Baldur's Gate 3, I actually still think that the long rest system is flawed in BG3. I get what they were going for. Damage structure, use the hammer, there we go. Okay. And I guess this is the other one. But even regardless of my irritations with the system itself, it's still kind of weirdly designed. I actually have done a little digging on it recently. And it's all priority based, right? So any event that's supposed to happen in camp during a long rest will trigger based on talking to someone or reaching a level or getting to an area or finding something or whatever, right? There's tons of triggers out in the world that trigger a cutscene back in camp, but they all have a priority number attached to them. And so they queue up. Here's the thing. Some of those cutscenes can be supplanted by other cutscenes. So it is actually possible through a normal playthrough, without, not sleeping like I did, to do this thing where, like, okay, I've got this cutscene queued up for Asterion, for example, but it's a low priority cutscene, so it goes into the queue down here. So I get this Dark Urge cutscene and this other Dark Urge cutscene first instead. So there's one long rest, and there's another long rest, but then I do another thing, and that pushes something else which is higher priority than Asterion's, pushing it down again. And then eventually I get to the point where I get Asterion's next cutscene, which then erases his previous and replaces it in the queue. Make sense? Again, I get why they did it that way, but them tying it to the long rest was probably a bad idea because of the exact same issue I just listed. I've played Baldur's Gate 3 twice since the review, actually. Come on, use the... There we go. I haven't seen anything new yet, no. Well, that's not true. I've seen one new thing.
Done.
And yeah, did I enjoy it more in subsequent playthroughs? That's hard to gauge. Agreed, Damashi. Yeah, what Damashi says is, like, the easiest possible way to fix this. Just make it so that multiple cutscenes can play per ship visit, right? I'm almost positive previous BioWare games have had that exact same system. We know KOTOR did that. I feel like one of the Dragon Ages had that too, where you go to camp, and it plays this cutscene, then this cutscene, then this cutscene, right? Like, tell me I'm not crazy here. Okay.
Updated my journal.
The stone face before he begins to transform again. Pregnant wall. That is just where we're at. It's shifting mass and rolling. It's mass shifting and rolling as you look on. The entire wall seems to melt before your very eyes, exposing a narrow passageway beyond. The ground underfoot suddenly begins to rock violently, and the soft sighing of the wind intensifies a more urgent, almost human-like moaning. You can hear the sounds of crashing stones and snap boards all around as you leave
Updated
the
my
passageway.
journal.
You update your journal. Yep, that's what a pregnant wall giving birth looks like.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon,
Wait,
I have become
wait,
stronger.
wait! No, I forgot to empty Morte's inventory. You might be interested in some fine clothes. Okay, that's irritating. I have to redo that. And I can't skip the cutscene. I can't skip the cutscene. I've been saving pretty frequently. So, yeah, sorry, you're gonna have to watch that again. Looks like this one is the most recent. Yeah, the only good character, and also, look at all the crap I have on him. Okay. Honestly, what's really irritating is I am like 5 minutes from getting fast travel, which would be the perfect time to go and sell all this crap in my inventory. Alright, so let's just dump all this stuff on her for right now. I'm not even sure if I need Soego's skull. I probably don't. Let's just get rid of that. I'm gonna regret it. What do you want to bet? I'm gonna regret it. I still don't know if I need my intestines. Pretty sure I don't need my arm. But just in case. Okay,
Right.
take 2. Operation lose my main DPSer and tank.
I'm gone.
Done as you
Updated
asked.
my journal. Updated my
In
journal.
knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Blah, blah, blah. You there, sir. You look like you might be interested in some fine clothes. Hello, cat. I just lost my best party member, and it wasn't a cat. Isn't that sad? Okay, so that sucked. Let's make sure to pick up Ingris's teeth. Of course, my inventory is full. I hate everything. Pick up the teeth. Yep, they just grabbed the skull and ran. Cool. Save. So... check it out. We have fast travel. Let's go sell. Now. What? What? Oh, up here, up here, up here. Hey. What's up? What's up?
Can't afford to get caught off guard, Cutter. We sell only top of the line.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 2, a lot of these games did not have good inventory. Let's just call that as simply as we possibly can. Again, my whole Dragon Quest Builders 2 thing is just because I have that prepared answer, because honestly, most games do not have good inventory design in general. Yes, can I know. Never, Evo. I'd rather die than look at a thing in a video game. This isn't a video game, it's a book! Which means I can look at a thing. Defeated by my own logic. Oh my god, look at all these freaking keys! Alright, whatever. Keep the junk, obviously. Still can't identify this? Yeah. Still don't know if I need these stupid skulls. I'm just gonna Google this. Hang on. You cannot play PoE 2 co-op, no. Okay, so these are completely worthless. We're just gonna dump those on the ground. Thank you, game, for giving me loot that is actually worthless. Appreciate you. Let's check out intestines while we're here. No, not those intestines, cat. Apparently, we actually do have a use for the intestines. Yeah, I would say Spellhold is pretty much the end of the fun in BG2. After that, the game becomes much, much, much worse. It's not like BG2 is a phenomenal game up until Spellhold, but like... you know how people say FF14, people put up with it because there's enough good to ignore the bad? Well, In Baldur's Gate 2, I would say there was enough good to ignore the bad until Spellhold. And then the bad just becomes this overwhelming tidal wave of death. And nothing's holding back that tide. Like, I remember legitimately enjoying Othlica, Beholder Nest aside. And some of the nearby areas you could go peruse and interact with were reasonably fun. And then you get to the Underdark, and it's just like, oh, that's right, this is hell.
Look here, the finest Toledo blade.
And then there's the Vampire Hunt, which is pretty much straight up padding. Sorry. Yeah, basically, this is a long way of saying I totally agree with you.
All right.
Yeah, I can think of exactly one... Let me think about that for a second. 2 video games that have ever touched on the Underdark where it's actually been something other than terrible. This is different.
Done.
Can I not? This is different. Baldur's Gate 3 is one of those, Gigaputty. The other is Hordes of the Underdark. And even there, it didn't spend, like, all its time there. You know what I mean? Can I just... No.
I'm gone.
Yeah, I don't want to get too spoilery, but the trip to the Underdark is, like, mostly Act 1. Well, that's not fair, because it's Act 1 and Act 2 separately. But I am getting ahead of myself. There we go. Morte is no longer looking at you lustfully, Giga. I'm so sorry.
Done.
Okay. Back here.
All right.
Why do we just now unlock fast travel? I guess you could argue there's only 2 acts in Hordes of the Underdark program. I'm going to disagree with you on that, but I could see why you'd say that. Now, because you disagree with me on the internet, I'm afraid I have to now claim that you're, let's see, a communist, a fascist, a baby eater. Oh, no, excuse me, a puppy eater. Sorry, puppy eater. What else? I'm sure there's some other stuff. Anyways, hey, let's go talk to your dad. He's dead. I'm gonna take that sphere out of the crutch. An istophobe. What the hell is an istophobe? I don't actually know that word. Oh, wow. Ah, that's funny. So we've got the bronze sphere. This will now have a permanent slot in our inventory, so enjoy that inventory packs. Ferret's crutch. Hello, cat. It's true. It's the only reason, Lord Harriman. It has nothing to do with the fact that we're both, like, into... So, it has admittedly been about a year since I've played the Hordes of the Underdark, but by memory, there are 3 distinct acts there. The first act is the Undermountain, right? Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying the Underdark is Act 2, and the Undermountain is Act 1, and you're distinguishing those. I agree with that. And then Act 3 is, you know, the finale. I love how I knew this already, but the walkthrough says, nice, big, bolded, outlined letters, Do not lose the bronze sphere. Hello, Cam. One of these days you will realize you're not actually comfortable up there. I don't know why you think you can actually be comfortable up there. What's after... hello? Can I help you? Hi? What are you doing? This is very confusing. What are you doing? Oh my god. Anyways. Which companion to CRPG would give the best hugs other than Tolly? I'm lumping these all together. Karlach, Morrigan, post-character arc. Liliana, pre-character arc. I can't think of her name. The non-playable character, but basically part of the... Shut up!
Let us not squander it
From
here.
Inquisition. The noble woman, the secretary, the smart lady. I can't think of her freaking name. Is that Josephine? Hang on. Pull up a quick image search. Yes, that's her. That's her. Okay, cool. We're cool. Bulky. I think I'm going to stop there.
Done.
I think that's my list. Game, for the love of God. See, Cassandra would give bad hugs that she means. I've experienced that in real life. You ever have an awkward hugger? Cheese! Cheese! Cheese. Yeah, that would be Cassandra. She'd mean it, and I'd appreciate it. But it wouldn't be a very good hug. And that was the question I was asked. Oh yeah, Cassandra would do it in full armor. And that would probably be exactly as awkward as it sounds. You've just got this jab of metal digging into your chest. Can't seem to find it. Oh well. I'm gonna give up on it. I don't care that much. We'll take Swarm Curse while we're here. Sten would refuse to give hugs. Honestly, I can think of several characters who refuse to give hugs. Interestingly enough, Grunt probably doesn't understand what a hug is, but he has the right mentality for a good hug. He'd give you a headbutt, and you'd have a headache for the rest of the day. Or you'd be dead. You know who would give really, really terrible hugs, Giga? Your boyfriend from the Tor Agent story. His name I still can't think of. Yeah, but Vector. Not Victor. What's your vector, Victor? I mean, I'd kill him, Travis. I'd kill him with my bare hands. Kill him forever. Let's see. Tor romance that isn't awful. Yeah, alright. Anyways, moving on. Oh God, how do we get out of here? Where's the return portal? Well, we talked about this during the Tor run. Only the first party member and first romance option is really worth a damn in any of the class stories. And in some cases, those are just diseased. Isn't that right, Kat? Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Agent is a great example of that. That woman has problems. How do I get out of here? Did I miss a portal? I did. Oh my God, Pillager Stone. No, no. I would have to agree that Vet is probably the least bad. And that's because, you know, you take off her freaking collar, Giga. God. What is wrong with you? Why didn't you take off her collar, Giga?
All right.
Vet's is sweet, is actually what I'd call it. Honestly, it feels weird even calling that a romance. It's more like just a friend. Like a close friend.
All right. right.
I mean, yeah, the Inquisitor is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's what I would call that.
All right.
Thankfully, we have some junk here. Otherwise, we'd be kind of soft-locked. I think it's because you're crazy, Giga. Or because when you're sitting alone in the house by yourself, you just think, murder and mayhem await. There's no reason for it. It's just something you say.
Right. We need to set up Kip now.
Okay, fatigued is a status effect in this game? Is there any chance we could rest here, please? Thank you.
I'm gone.
On the plus side, now that Morte is gone, we're getting more experience. Because that's a stupid system. They'll never stop being stupid.
I'm gone.
Yeah, let's fill out the map a little bit here. Horror, talk to me for a second, please, buddy. Greetings. Will you bother me if I look the put of a tout? You seem to be an eligible individual I could learn from. What do you want to know? I have a skull that's been stolen from me. Missing a skull, are you? Well, no, you've never heard such a thing from me, but there's people in these parts that make a living by collecting heads of the dead. Works for a basher named Lothar, Master of Bones. Where is he? Well, that's a dangerous wigwag. If I were to say anything, which I'm not, I would say keep an eye out for the gutted building in the ward. Maybe some there. Thank you. Could you help me raise my skills? Can we improve Dagger even more? Excellent. Could you tell me even more about Dagger? Could you tell me even more about Dagger? Oh. Okay.
Updated my journal.
What's our Dagger up to? +4. Nope, yep, that's where we're at. I'm okay. What? What do you want? What is it you were desirous of? Speak English, cat. Why don't you speak English? Alright. Let's talk to Sebastian. No food. Ever. Hello? Can I help you? Can I help you? I mean, I'm kind of with you, Damashi. I've already complained about that. Greetings! Greetings to you, Kata. Oh, I was about to ask what I could do for you, but there's no need. I think I see why you came to see me. Uh-huh. You can help me with my scars? Yes, yes, but you need to help me. Okay, what's your price? You get the impression you're being watched. Wait, I have a job you can perform. Go on. Well, I signed a contract with a certain creature. I'm no longer able to fulfill the contract beyond my abilities. However, the creature will not release me from my contract. Instead, threaten me with death. Let me guess, you want me to kill him for you? Yes, I cannot do it myself. My reputation demands I fulfill the contract or face the consequences. And at your mercy. It's an Abishai. Well, we've been farming those already, so sure, yeah. What were you contracted to do? I can reveal that information. I'm magically bound not to. Okay. Give me the deets. Cool. We got this. Suppose we should get Morte back. I guess we need to get Giga Pudding's boyfriend back. Ugh. Alright, hang on, I want to gain 500 experience for free really quick. Never mind. I guess I can't now. Oh, that's a good question, Damashi. I'm not sure. So, console RPGs had invented that concept back in 94, I want to say. I know by CT, Chrono Trigger, they had figured out how to have you share experience with people who are in your party. And that kind of became the norm for a while. Until 10 for some reason. Anyways. But I'm not sure when the PC caught up to console on that. Isn't there a comic about that, Triaxia? Just why Snow White is so powerful? That would be a terrifyingly dangerous system, though. There he is. You see a florid, boisterous man shouting and carrying on like there's a war about to come through. Like he's got something lodged in his intestines and he's too excited about something to talk in an all tone of voice. What are you selling? What are you buying? Can you identify this? I'm sick of not having this identified. Thank you. I can steal from him. Whoa. Poison cheese. Yeah, I'll buy that. Hey, Giga. I got something for you. If you're lactose intolerant, don't worry. It's double poison then. You know, that's actually a good question. I don't know. Do you have any jobs? There's a handbill. Alright.
Updated my journal.
I updated my journal.
All right.
So that's a lot of skulls. Oh, thank the power you're here, Chief. Get me out of here. What are you doing up there? Those were-rat vermin nicked me and brought me here. Come on, boss. We gotta get out of here. This place is bad news. What's wrong with it? It's just a bunch of skulls. Don't you like being in a giant pillar of skulls, Mortar? Okay. Why don't you just float down? Can't have tried. Come on, get down here before. Have we visited a skull? Oh no. Do not offend this blood boss. He'll deadbook you faster than you can spit. Greetings, traveler. Who might you be to enter Lothar's humble salon? My pardon, sir. You seem to have something that belongs to me. It's my friend Morte, up on the shelf. You want the chattering skull with half grace and manners of an ordinary creature? Heh. Give me a greater skull in return if you wish it back. I do not need to bargain for something that's already mine. Where can I find a greater skull? Move aside the divan in the center of the room and pass through the portal in the eastern walls to go to the great catacombs. Portal made active to return. The catacombs are many skulls. One of them lies within the dustbin beyond the drowned things. Hang on. I've been to the tomb you speak of. It is empty.
Updated my journal.
It's the meaningless. The tomb was so well trapped, so well defeated. It was a challenge even for me. There must be some explanation for this, and you will provide it for me. Go through the portal of the chambers and seek the answers. It was my tomb. Your tomb. Your tomb! We should investigate this more carefully. Fetch me another skull, then.
Updated
Learn
my
some new
journal.
tricks.
God damn it. That's actually irritating. So, okay, I'm going to give this its own negative. I am. I'm not sure what I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it 2 negatives. Yep, I'm going to give it 2 negatives, because this is not the first time this has run into me, and I'm using a walkthrough, and I've still stumbled into this problem. I blame Giga for this. I don't know how, but she did this. Go ahead and level really quick. Be even better at detecting traps. Anyways, yeah, Suegos. You remember that skull we left behind? Because it was just worthless and taking up extremely limited and valuable inventory space. Especially since we just lost a party member. Yeah, that skull. We can actually get another skull, but that's still really frustrating. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. Screw it. We're going to do the other one. We're going to do the alternate method because somebody... Giga! Tricked me into getting rid of a quest item.
Done.
Alright, hang on. Okay. Hello, were-rats. How are you? Excuse me, Mr. Were-rat. I can't reach you. You're surrounded by your minions. Could you tell your minions to piss off so I can chat with you, please? Thank you. Step lightly, intruder. Speak the truth to Mantuak. Who are you? I am Mantuak. I am the voice of many as one, emissary of Lothar, master of bones. You work for both of them? Doesn't that test your loyalty? Why should it? The master knows the secrets of power, and the many knows the secrets of the city. Perhaps someday I shall play them against each other and become the greater for it. Right. I seek the master of this place. Get out of everyone's way. Interesting. Do I not have... Yeah, no, it's right there. Could you... Can I please talk to you? Hey! Would you like some cheese, Mantuak? He snatches it and eats it. Then he dies.
Dagger's not working in this thing. Dagger's not working in this thing. Dagger's not working in this thing.
What was that? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Dagger's not working in this thing. Damn it!
I guess I could temporarily allow you to have a better dagger. No, I can't. You can. Of course, a thief can't equip a dagger. That would be crazy talk.
Dagger's not working in this thing. Dagger's not working in this thing. Dagger's not working in this thing.
Over here, let's see if turning off the feedback turns off that.
Dagger's
Damn, the clock's
Dagger's
Nope.
not working in this thing. Dagger's not working in this thing. Dagger's not working in this thing. Dagger's not working in. I've learned some new tricks. Damn it!
damn,
Dagger's
damn.
Well, we were debating audio spam, because, yeah. And that's why we've been fiddling with the options to see if we can get rid of it.
Kings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
I'm gone.
Okay, so now that our dagger's not working on this thing. Grimoire of Pestilent Thought. If we use the Grimoire, it gives us evil points. Nice. I'm gonna drop that on the ground right here and let some other person pick that up later. Somewhere in the future. Oh my god, look at my freaking inventory. These don't even work, so I'm just gonna dump that. I like how one of the first things it said is keys will go away once you've used them. These are all keys. Oops. Find that out. You know, I don't actually know. I know alignment affects quest choices, as in like options you have in quest, but I don't know if it affects how the companions interact with you. Django says no. We all know Django's lying. So he's probably right. Wow. All you have to do is sell one of your party members into slavery and you get a scroll of Adder's Kiss. That's really not useful. Oh, hang on. I've got a much better idea. Let's pick the Grimoire back up here. There we go. We'll deal with that in a minute. Let's go. Aye. I have the skull of Mantuok. His eyes flash angrily. Slay my servant, will you? Hand me his skull. Oh, I can smell his treachery through his bone. A careful skulker he was, but not careful enough, eh? I shall have his secrets from him, never fear, and I shall know his duplicity. Your friend will be waiting for you above ground where you came in. Have your answers from me. Thank you. Real quick, why am I immortal?
Updated my journal.
Your mortality, your sword, your soul, if you will, that which allows you to live and die, is gone from you. It was stripped from you by magical means by the night hag Ravel Puzzlewell, who's definitely not the same character as Icewind Dale. Your mortality is the key to your existence. When you find it, you'll find your answers. Ravel Puzzlewell is an enigma even amongst the night hags. Someone call her balmy. Others say she plays a deeper game than any of us see through. She's evil through and through, making the fiends you'll see in the area seem positively divine when compared to her. She's out of reach of men now, thank the powers, for she was mazed by the Lady of Pain. Mazed? Yes, mazes are pocket dimensions, like small places between places. For each one you'll need to find a portal and a key. I don't know where the door or the key are. Maybe you should seek some of your old acquaintances. You've certainly left a trail of them behind. They'll find you, no doubt. Pray they mean you well. Perhaps you should visit Civic Fest Hall. What did Ravel do?
Updated my journal.
She's a maker of toys and puzzles, a solver of problems that didn't need solving. She decided that Sigil, the cage, was the largest puzzle box of all and set to undo it. To let the armies of fiends at her disposal, no doubt, upset the balance of the city and turn the burg into a charnel house. Pray to any power you hold dear, with thanks she did not succeed. Right. Listen, our class, which is still fighter at the moment, fighter with a charisma of 13, an int of 17, and a wisdom of 23. Look. 2 more levels. 2 more levels. We can start casting again. I should probably talk to a few of these people.
I'm gone.
Who are you? Goat's Calm, the were-rat. How many were-beasts are there anyways? Oh, great number. Ravens, wolves, bears, badgers, crocodiles. It's like all the animals in the Beastlands have a lycanthropic counterpart. It's quite interesting, really. Oh, okay. Thanks, I guess. I've seen you before, stranger. Cursed. Carsus. Curseri. What are you, clueless? It's a gate town on the rim of the Outlands. The doorway of the prison plane of Curseri. It's a place of backstabbers and traitors. It's full of schemes as a It's full of schemes as a oh my god. As a devil's undergarment. Being right next to the Curseri is apt to being a burg's nature. I'd be surprised if you were about to slide over. When a gate town's beliefs get too much like the plane it borders, the force of that belief is enough to make the boarding plane swallow it whole. Happens all the time, at least when the anarchists are involved. We're a secret society, cells of members who work alone. Yes, this is the anarchists. Our goal is to tear down the power structure, to free people from the lies of the politicians and powers, to let all lead their own lives of their own volition, where we'll kill for our own reasons, die for our own reasons, fight our own wars. Sorry. We worked in secrecy, and changed our routines constantly to avoid infiltration. My time was decades ago, and so all the secrets I knew are no longer valid. Except the faces I remember. Even those have changed by now. If a society you belong to thrives on intrigue, infiltration, and hatred of established powermongers, you'd be careful too. It's not paranoia when they really are out to get you. Right. See, that's the kind of Planescape Torment campaign I'd run. Your job, dear players, is to kill the Lady of Pain. The solution would be to bring an acorn. And one of the scrolls would rush out of her robes, and the whole illusion would break. I am Stern, one of the practitioners of personal peace through intensive redirection of hostilities. You mean you're a wizard, an assassin, and a poisoner. However you want to define it. I had a black book given to me in order that I might puzzle out its secrets. I unlocked its powers at a terrible price, but I would gladly pay again, and sharpen my edge considerably. Little did I realize that the book would betray me to another, a mewling rat thing that overwhelmed me in a wave of rodents and tore the flesh from my bones. I'll keep an eye out for this horrible, horrible book. I'm gonna leave now. There we go. See, Eva? You get it. We just need to remove one squirrel, and the Lady of Pain's power base will be broken forever. Ocean Before Storm, the Sensate. A Sensate? What's that? A Sensate is a member of the Society of Sensations, one of the factions of Sigil, located in the Civic Fest Hall in the Clerk's Ward, which holds the universe can be understood and manipulated through the senses. Therefore, we should accumulate as many experiences as possible. I believe I've received the quota of sitting on a dusty shelf. My boredom threshold is low. Anything I can do for you? No, but you're kind to ask. I once threw myself off the shelf and shattered. Next thing I knew, I was back on the shelf and we were all glued here. When Lothar tires of me, he'll dispose of me. What are you doing here? I sit on the shelf and gather dust until one of Lothar's rat minions takes it into his head that need brushing. I answer questions for Lothar, and that's the extent of this miserable existence. I mean, how'd you get here? It's a long story. Would you like to hear it? Yeah. I worked at the Civic Fest Hall, the headquarters of the Sensates. No, they have deliberately gone out of their way to never actually answer who or what the Lady of Pain is. Now, that was the original designers of Planescape, and they haven't worked on Planescape in decades at this point. And Planescape is currently under Wizards of the Coast, who has been content to just let that IP sit there and rot. So... Ravel Puzzlewell, may the powers curse her black soul, has been coming there to find answers to riddles she had encountered. He was a masterful solver of puzzles, those that left our best minds baffled. She found difficulties that required outside answers. I heard she was there to unlock the secrets of Sigil itself. Horribly ugly she was, taking no pains to use her magic to disguise her form, as I've heard she does, or did from time to time, and that fiendish exterior frightened off many a potential factioneer. Still, I had to ask her what she was about, and whether she could teach me what she knew. Well, that sounds like it was a mistake. Oh, it was. She offered me a bargain, for she dealt in riddles. If she were to answer my question, I must agree to answer one of hers. If I missed the answer, my life was hers. I agreed. She told me she intended to unlock the puzzle of the cage, to open it for all who wished to enter. Powers, fiends, celestials, modrons, and slotty. Not to mention interplanar beings who chose to come along. The most important part to her was that all should know the mystery that had baffled them for so long was unraveled by Ravel. She asked her question. I couldn't answer it, though she assured me the answer was plain as the nose on her face. My fellow sensates found me screaming in the sensorium when they arrived the next morning. I begged them to kill me, and they complied. And even suggested I would relish the new experience, so horrible was it. And here I am. Hold on, what was the question?
My journal.
How does one change the nature of a man? I believe that's actually the first time we've seen that question in this game. On day 3 now. I thought hard on her answer and said, with love. She said all people love themselves too much to be changed by something as simple as love. And then she, well, you know, horribly tortured me to death. Hi, Morte. Welcome back. I have the answer to that question. And let's be clear, it is the answer to that question. Having said that, you want to hear something really horrible about Planescape? The setting. For a while there, several people were trying to get a Planescape game made, another Planescape game made, to be very clear, and pitched it to Wizards. In fact, there was a period of time there when Obsidian wasn't doing super well, and they reached out to Wizards, and Avalon personally reached out to Wizards saying, hey, you know, we want to make a Planescape Torment 2. It's a very well-respected game. A lot of people want a sequel to it. Here's our metrics for showing that, you know, there's enough interest so that, you know, it's going to get an ROI, etc. And Wizards said, no. If that sounds unusual, remember that Wizards are weirdly restrictive about allowing games to be made within any of their IPs. Any of them. It's one of the reasons why it took Larian literal years just to get them to agree to allow them to make Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know, admittedly. We'll just know. Since, at that point, the distinction is irrelevant. Yeah, either way, the suits just sat on their IP hoard and said, nope. Honestly, the only reason they're making a Baldur's Gate 4 is because 3 sold so well. And I guarantee you 4 will not be that good of a game, and definitely will not sell as well. There.
Hey.
Who's making it? I don't remember. And honestly, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it'll get attention. 100%. That's the only guarantee. I am not talking to these teeth. Yeah, the only thing we know for total certainty is it's not Larry. What do they gain by sitting on IPs? The reason I keep comparing that to Dragon Hordes is because that is the mentality. There's no logic there. There's no benefit, right? They don't gain anything from squatting on IPs. Just to be very clear about this, because
Hold up.
just to be very clear about this, because this is so incredibly nonsensical, right? So let's say Mr. Red owns the rights to Shadow Hearts, right? Now, I'm like, I'm a fan of Shadow Hearts, and I kind of have an idea for a game for it. I'd like to go ahead and make a game for it. So I reach out to Mr. Red and say, hey, I'd like to make a game for it. Now let's branch the timeline for a second, okay? So what Mr. Red could do is Mr. Red could demand too much money for it. More money than it's actually worth, to which I say no. Or Mr. Red could just say no. So I guess there's 3 timelines. So one, Mr. Red just straight up says no. One in which Mr. Red demands way too much money for the licensing, which would make it no longer worthwhile. Like, I literally would have trouble paying the bills if I went ahead and paid this licensing fee. So I back off at that point. And then Mr. Red, in both of these scenarios, Mr. Red goes on holding on to this IP and never doing anything with it, generating, this is important, $0 from it. The third scenario is Mr. Red decides to go ahead and make it more accessible, build the IP, build the brand, give a relatively small licensing fee so that you get a little pittance out of it. I go and I make it and I sell it, and whatever happens after that point happens. The game either sells or makes waves or doesn't, but either way, no matter what, in the third scenario, Mr. Red generates money. Any money at all. Even if it is literally 1 penny, it is quite literally infinitely more money than the other 2 scenarios in which they generated 0. Because 1 is infinitely greater than 0. Yeah, licensing fees are paid up front. So Mr. Red would get paid, guaranteed, just for letting me make the game. And then we get into things like residuals, brand awareness, increased sales in the future, etc. But one way or another, he would make money by licensing this game to me at a reasonable rate. And he refuses to. That's the dragon mentality right there. You just squat on a giant pile of treasure, and it is worthless. Absolutely worthless. It generates no worth to us. It generates no worth to you. Actually, yeah, Valerian, pretty much. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Money needs to move through an economy, and money is legitimately worthless if it doesn't move. I know that sounds strange, but it's true, right? Like if you took $1 billion and threw it in a vault and never looked at it again, that money has just become worthless, actual devoid of value. Because money's only value is how it can be used, which is the movement of the money, right? Again, it's the transaction that matters. So, yeah, that money has been removed from the economy. Those IPs have been removed from the ecosystem. Sorry, rant off, but it's frustrating because that really is the mentality. That really is the answer to your question. They're dragons. They just squat on it and go, nah. They're larfleas, if you happen to get that reference. Where am I going? Blah, 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 blah. Right, I need to power up the litany again.
All right.
Yeah, ethics only matter if you get caught. Did I say good morning, Korgoth? I don't think I did. Good morning, Korgoth. Hi. Can I help you? Oh, you haven't done this in a while. Come on. It's okay. It's okay. I'll allow it. Hi. He's in my lap now. I'll allow it this once. Don't freak out. You could cause damage. There you go. We're okay. I've got the cable for you. You can relax. It's okay. Here, let me lean back a little bit. Is that better? Oh, you want to go up. Okay. Well, I can't help you with that. I mean, at this point in time...
Done.
Correct, Oculus. The only Orange Lantern. At this point in time, there's no debating the points we make.
No, it wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me, Fiendling. Or hug me. Or kiss me.
Hello, cat. Can I help you? He has yet to do that, Loner. Given enough time, I'm sure he would. That's my arm, yes. He stopped leaving paw prints on my shirt. Yeah, no, ethics... I've actually brought that up briefly, because ethics actually means something else. In the legal world, there's the ethics requirements. Is a set of legal requirements that you have to follow. It actually has nothing to do with morality, right? It's just something that's part of a requirement for actually operating in the legal space. Even that is it's better than nothing, right? It's something, but it is worth noting that that's not what most people probably think of when they think of ethics. I'm looking for something specific here. I am not finding them. One of my favorite anecdotes about IP hoarding. Oh, here we go. Maybe? Nope, that's still not it. One of my favorite anecdotes about IP hoarding is Mega Man related. Of course it is. Go to just about any... This is the anecdote. Go to just about any major game dev jam or convention or whatever. You cannot throw a rock without hitting someone in that crowd who would love to make a Mega Man game. No, seriously. I know I talk up Mega Man a bit because, of course I do. But it's worth noting that Mega Man is actually a very, very, very popular, let's call it format. Maybe inspiration might be a better word for a lot of indie devs, for good and for bad. But no. We're releasing a Star Force collection.
You were gone for 2 hours! I was at work. What do you expect me to do? You lied! I never lied to you a day in my life! You lied! I have not lied. I was working!
That's what you say. I called and you weren't there.
You want me to buy you things, right? I was being forgot. I was taking a break!
They couldn't find you. You know why? Because you were with her.
You're crazy, you know that? You're just out of your mind!
I'm not crazy. And the only time I was crazy was when I married you. I should never have married you.
Interesting conversation there. Speaking of arguing married couples, you see a diminutive man with a waddle to his walk. His voice nearly betrays a comedic of all the powers of their celestial outhouses. What is this? His partner, a diminutive woman with a braying voice, gives you a quick glance and replies, "It's a custom, you dolt, as I've been telling you for ages. I told you we get customers, but you never believe me. Now that we have one, are you ready for this, dead-looking man?" Of course I'm ready for him. I'm always ready. Whatever customers we have. What can we do for you today? Who's she? She's my devoted wife of some 2 score years in the light of my life, and the greatest gift in his life. Isn't that right? I saved him, you see, from the life his parents had planned for him. He promised to take me away from all this. Instead, what do you see is the life he gave me? I tell you, it's enough to drive a body to drink. If she wasn't already there, she's the biggest bubber this side of the hive, and she's been this way for years, I tell you, years. She'd drink the river Oceanus and still be thirsty for it made of alcohol. Okay, hang on. So, like, can you tell me about yourself? Me, Mikey wants to know about me. He's just being polite. He doesn't care. You have nothing useful to say anyways. You're an owner of a pawn shop, but that's all you'll ever be because you lack ambition. I lack ambition. I lack ambition. I'd have a lodestone of this wife in this life. I'd be something, but no, I'm a storekeeper instead of a grand adventurer. Okay. Well, anyways, we're just gonna leave now.
I'm gone.
I think there's any hope for a new Mega Man X game? In general, good or bad? No. Mega Man X has been dead on the on the fleas. Dead on the vine for years. I mean, when did X8 come out? And don't talk to me about X-Dive. When did X8 come out? That was PS2 era, so it's probably been about 20 years now. Okay, we want to go up here. Listen, fans should give us everything, and their money, and their time, and their effort, and then die. Like the bugs that they are. Insignificant insects who do not even deserve to sit in the same rooms as we do. For we are the true... sorry. Yeah, the fact that Capcom retired the Mega Man Gacha game says everything about Capcom's approach to Mega Man. I don't know why. Like, I don't know where that's coming from. Where's the upper... Oh. But for whatever reason, that does appear to be their attitude. No, that's just the slaves. You just saw the cat, Evo. He was just like, wow. And then he left. He has left me forever. Thank God. Oof. Up here, maybe? I mean, it's probably office politics. That's pretty much always the answer to that. No, that's an atrocity game. And per the usual, I will not review it because atrocity games, there you are, really have no point in being reviewed.
Come on, we got a special on slaves. Use them for whatever you will. They're right over here. Step right up.
Right. Okay, so hang on. Before we talk to you, it's just really quick.
There cannot be two skies. There cannot be two skies.
It's making my skull itch. Okay.
It's more or less exactly what it sounds like, Trihexian. It's below lamentation. It's below garbage. It is at the moment the furthest down we've ever gone. Atrocity games do not deserve to exist. A garbage game can at least serve as a warning sign. Do not do this. You can learn from a garbage game. An atrocity game is bad. Greetings. Go, Grossick, no talk, told wait. Ugh. Sebastian sent me. Really? Give Grossick information. What information? He looks annoyed with you. No question, give information or die. Then Grossick take information from body. Sebastian sent me to kill you. Guess we're just gonna do this route here.
My bite's not working on this thing.
Yeah, I know. Your bite's not working on this thing.
Sings true.
My bite's not working on this thing. My bite's not working on this thing.
Dagger's not
My bite's not working on...
Dagger's not
Damn it.
We've never reviewed an atrocity game, and honestly, we probably never will. there is no value from an atrocity game. So there's no purpose in reviewing such a thing. There's barely a purpose in even acknowledging an atrocity game. Diablo Immortal, to use an example. Most gacha games. The overwhelming majority of gacha games. So, like, Tormented One says, what about Gollum? Gollum is not an atrocity. And I understand that I'm not conveying it correctly. So let me try to summarize this. Let me try to summarize 10 years of reviewing experience really quick here. Every time we think we find another bad, another low, another bottom, someone tosses us a shovel, and we keep going further down and down and down, which is why I phrased it earlier as atrocity is our current lowest, because it's our third floor that we've managed to dig further down since we started qualifying these things. So, Gollum might not even get the garbage tag, never mind the atrocity tag. Gollum's just a bad game. Those are a dime a dozen. I love how it's like, you should be level 9. No. Double checking my notes. So, yes, I come for what's mine.
Updated my journal.
Permanent +2 charisma. Nice. I will take that. Up to 15 now. I still couldn't do that one quest back in Act 1. I mean, obviously there's the review scores, but it's actually pretty simple. There's Lamentation, exactly what it sounds like. Then there's Garbage, which is exactly what it sounds like. And then below that is Atrocity. And honestly, I feel like they're kind of self-evident in terminology. A Lamentation is something, so, okay, because above Lamentation is really, really bad. Then there's really bad, then there's bad, then there's eh. I don't think we have Monstrosity. If we ever find something even worse than Diablo Immortal or Smobage, then we'll go ahead and add something below Atrocity. At the moment, I don't know of any game.
Trust the gift. I say we leave it behind.
Thank you, Morte. At the moment, I don't know of anything below Atrocity. But, I mean, give it another few years, you know? What levels are we? Hang on, what are we? We're level 7. Oh, God. Solo level. Okay. What is you? You're also level 7. That's not great. Whatever. Our skin lacks the usual yellow tint of the inhabitants of the world. She appears to be watching 3 creatures of interest. Greetings! Yes, what do you want? I have questions. Fine. A game I despise and hate, it's objectively well good and well designed, that I can't understand or comprehend why it's enjoyed or liked. That's called coffee. Although I guess that's not. That might be more black licorice. In that case, Franbo would be my answer to that. The only licorice game we've ever covered. Black licorice, obviously. What am I doing? What are you doing here? There's a fight going on. I want to see it. It should be interesting. Right. Yes, you see those 3 Thakola? They're going to try to kill an Abishai. Oafs. What's an Abishai? It's a lower plains creature, a Beotazu, I think. In any case, they have nasty disposition, sharp claws, and can cast spells. They look like they can take care of themselves. Normally I'd say yes, they're very powerful warriors. However, I know something they don't. What's that? Abishai can only be hurt by magic. The Thakola will be slaughtered, I have no doubt of it. How do you know that? My husband's very high up in the Harmonium. The Harmonium guards are trained to deal with creatures like Abishai. That's fine, my husband told me. Why don't you warn them? Why would I do that? I'm the one to suggest the fight. Why? My husband tries to better his social standing with his underlings by drinking with them to the local taverns. Last evening he forced me to just such an occasion. Those 3 oafs were boasting of their prowess as warriors. It was obvious they were in a drunken stupor. When they decided to leave, one of them tripped and fell onto the table I was sitting at. Most of the drinks at the table spilled into my lap and ruined a very expensive evening gown, so while the cretin was trying to apologize, I whispered him I don't accept the apology of a warrior of stature. If you're a warrior, he defeated Abishai. You're going to kill these 3 people because they ruined a dress.
Updated my journal.
You obviously do not understand the intricacies behind the situation. She looks at you as like you're an idiot child. I was embarrassed and humiliated in front of my husband and his underlings. I see. Hey, guys. Greetings. Will you watch, Molly? I have questions. You got a question, maybe Thorpe got answered. I've talked to Xanthia. She said you're going to fight an Abishai. He smiles. That's right. We bash. You know they can only be hurt by magic weapons, right?
Updated my journal.
Need magic? How you know? I talked to her. She told me. Xanthia played Thorpe for a coney. She lied, tried to get Thorpe and Dead's friend. I'm sorry. Xanthia not deserve apology. Thorpe free from debt for her. Yes, you're free of your debt. Thorpe, thank you. You saved life and life of friends. He turns to bow. And then they give you a pouch of coins. Thanks! I didn't ask for any money, but I'll take it. I believe the Pathologic 2 run is still on YouTube because I think it's a modern review. So the review should still be on the website. Lorerunner.com. Lorerunner.com. God, I'm getting dry. But actually, Pathologic 2 wouldn't qualify as any of those. Pathologic 2 is weirdly well designed on the gameplay axis. So I wouldn't call that any of that. Now, I couldn't stand the story of that game, but that's just, you know, my own preference on the matter. Right, double checking here, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to be a thief. And then there's a thing for achievements, which I don't care about. There's a slave auction, which I want to kill all the slavers. Hey, it's that one bald idiot. I remember him.
What are you talking about? 100 is not worth 50.
You would spend 50 coppers for a slave.
Boys and girls, young and old, buy a piece of human flesh right here.
Anyways. You see, a young woman is trying to get your attention. She's wearing shoddy clothing, but her demeanor is one of elegance, unlike those people surrounding her. On closer inspection, you notice her skin is clean and smooth, lacking the yellow tint of the inhabitant. Greetings! I think the power you notice me. I am in need of services as a mercenary. If appearances are any indication, you'd be seen as such an individual. What do you want? The heart of the matter is I am to be sold into slavery for a crime I did not commit. I'm in need of a champion, someone who will help me prove my innocence and free me of this fate. Okay, what's going on? Also, I need to write down some notes while I'm thinking about it. Sorry. I hate how it mutes when I'll tab. There's nothing I can do about it. So, go on. My husband died recently and left me with his business. I am not business-oriented, so I decided to sell. Not long afterward, I was contacted by a lender saying a loan on the business had not been paid. I examined all the documents my husband kept and found there had been indeed a loan taken, but it just recently been paid in full. I explained this to the lender, and a few days later he asked for a copy of the document. It was nowhere to be found. Well, when I cannot prove that the loan was paid, the lender took me before the court. The monies were taken and applied to the balance owed. Since I did not get the loan, I've been sold to the book to recover the amount due. Oh my god. Why sell you into slavery? It serves many purposes. It keeps the prisons relatively clear of all but the vilest of criminals. The sale of the convicted is used to pay for damages, costs, or fees. Finally, the convicted still serves a sentence from which they're eventually released, supposedly as better citizens. After being a slave? Okay, you seem weirdly in favor of this system, madam. I need someone to find the missing document, the one that proves that the loan was paid. Or if you could purchase my contract, I could pay you back. I can't spend the next 5 years of my life in this ward. It'll kill me. Surely you've noticed the illness shared by all who live here. What illness? Look at them. Yellow skin, persistent cough. Now look above you. Billowing clouds of smoke that pass for air. It kills you unless you can afford a healer. As a slave, I doubt I'll be able to afford one. Alright. You've been found guilty in a court of law. Only the law can help you. Sure.
Updated my journal.
I'll help you. What's the lender's name? Yeah, what's the smoke coming from in Sigil? Byron Pickett, an associate named Lenny. Lenny's a small, feral-looking man. Remember him because he always seemed uncomfortable in his clothes. He'd pick at them as if they were new. Okay, where's Lenny? Not sure. It's Byron. I think he can be found in the open-air market. Okay.
Him. I'll take him.
Sulfur, huh? Stop bidding on slaves. Gosh darn it. Also, I've decided to wipe out Sigil. Sorry, Lady of Pain. Not personal. I mean, it's actually a lot personal. Boop! Okay, gone. Where was I? As I say, we gotta make sure she's not auctioned off while we're off doing this quest. Ah, there he is. Greetings. 1,000 greetings do I bestow upon you. He does a double take who notes your scars. You know, I take one look at you with my discerning, and I see a man in the market for some healing charms. Hold up. No time for such wigwag. There's dealing to be done. Speak quick. I need to ask you about Trist. Very well, what about her? Okay, she says she doesn't belong on the block. Would you say otherwise if you were in her shoes? I've heard her story, though I do sympathize. There's nothing I can do without evidence. What if I can prove she's innocent? As an agent of the courts, I could go before them with new evidence and have judgments reversed. Do you have evidence? Not at this time. Do you intend to seek evidence? Yes, I do. Very well. Well, not auction Trist for now, sir. Good luck in your endeavor. Now leave me be.
Updated my journal.
Okay, so we've agreed to not get her sold off into slavery. Oh my god, this frickin' place. It's okay, it's only 5 years of slavery. You just have to endure 5 years of hell, and then you're fine. You're released. You're free to go.
Come on, we got a special on slaves. Use them for whatever you will. They're right over here. Step right up.
Yep, still homeless, jobless. Quite possibly, like, supportless. You know, no family or friends to help take you in. Hello, Byron Pickett. How are you? He notices you and gives you a quick once-over. Greetings! I am Byron Pickett, moneylender. How can I help you? I want to talk about Trist. Trist. He frowns and looks away. After a moment, he looks back at you. What about her? I'm trying to find a missing document. There's no missing document. There was a ruse instigated by Trist to cast doubt on her debt. It has been thoroughly investigated by the Mercy Killers. They found no evidence of a document. The Mercy Killers? Yes, a faction of fanatics to get dedicated to uncovering the truth in criminal cases they hand out in court. They're often used as investigators by the Court of Sigil. They're quite thorough, but they found nothing. They could have missed something. That is possible, but not likely. You're obviously not familiar with the Mercy Killers or their methods, or you would not make such a statement. He looks at you angrily. Yeah, someone could have taken the document and destroyed it. That way the loan would be paid twice.
Updated my journal.
From what looks like he's going to be furious with him. Then a smile crosses his face. What a terrible thought. Pity there's no proof of such activity. If such proof exists, I intend to find it.
Updated my journal.
Good luck to you, then. If the Mercy Killers couldn't help her, I don't think you have a chance. The pike off, sod. I mean, I could literally kill him right now, but I want to free her first. Then I'll kill him. And then everyone. And everything! Excuse me.
My lungs feel like a chimney.
I know. I may be harmless, homeless, but not talking dog best friendless. Except he was, and therefore he dies alone and unloved. The end. That's my secret, Evo. I was always full Joker. I still technically have this quest that I physically am incapable of continuing. It's funny. Anyways, shoot. Usually the log carries stuff like where she just said to find a guy, but I admittedly didn't catch where he was. And I'll take ownership of that, but I'm not sure where to go next.
Him. I'll take him. I'll take him.
Okay, hold on. Let's just save here. Talk to her again. Sorry, where was Lenny? Who is Lenny? Where is Lenny? Southeast of the market near the siege tower. Thank you.
For that one over there on the left.
I'm sorry, did I just hear how much for the child? Do I have to kill all of these people? Why is there a siege engine in the middle of the marketplace? Someone answer that question. I don't even care what the answer is. There's got to be an answer. Evo! Why is there a siege engine? I see a feral-looking young man in shoddy clothes. His eyes dart about as he scans his surroundings. He notices your approach and begins eyeing you warily. Greetings! He looks you up and down and glances about. Returning his attention to you, he gives a wicked grin. You best have a good reason for disturbing Lenny, Buck. Actually, I have some questions. I ain't no tout. You got questions, go find one. You best push off if I have to bleed you. What if I told you Byron Pickett sent me? He stops smiling and examines you for a while. His eyes on your scars, and he swallows slightly. After a moment, a frown settles on his face. Pickett sent you? Why? He said you could answer questions. What questions? How about the papers you stole from Trist? He swallows hard and stares at you. You notice his muscles tense and looks like he's ready to run. Puts one hand on his hip in a nonchalant manner, but you can tell he's warm, tight as a spring. Now, what you talking about, Burke? I like one of these dialogue options, which says, and I quote, "Truth. Give me the papers you stole from Trist, or I will kill you." Instead of him to smile wickedly, you know what I'm talking about, Lenny. Byron had you steal some papers from Trist, and I'm here to collect them. Collect them? I destroyed the papers after I nicked them, just like Byron told me to. Really? Oh, then why are you so nervous, Lenny? Let me guess. Byron thinks you destroyed the papers, but maybe you didn't. You kept them. A little blackmail material. He turns to run. Grab him before he gets away. Just as he starts to run, you leap forward to grab him. He deftly steps out of your reach and begins to sidestep you. Seeing your quarry about to escape, you make another more desperate lunge. You fail to grab him, but you do bump into him hard, knocking him off balance. Your efforts foil his escape. All right, I didn't destroy him. I'll give you. Just let me go. Hand him over, Lenny. I don't have them with me. I swear it, I don't have them. I put them in storage. Then let's go get them. We can't. They're in the warehouse. They're not open for business right now. Rumor has it there's some sort of management change going on. Yes, but let us know. Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium. I'm going to keep repeating it. I don't know if it's true. In any case, I can't get the papers. I'm going to go get the papers, Lenny. And if I don't find them, I'm immortal. So I will outlast you. Trist wins this one, Lenny. What do you mean? None of your business.
Updated my journal.
Okay, warehouse.
We got a special on slave. Use them for whatever you will. They're right over here. Step right up.
I'm gone.
Is that a beholder? Nope, it's just a face. Welcome to the vault of the Ninth World. How may I serve you this fine day, Sigillian? I'd like to claim something. Fair enough, Chongo. I was told I was told to tell you I'm here for a loan. Ooh, one of my secret passwords. Here's the papers. Thank you. Anything else I can do for you? No, thank you. Farewell. We here at the Vault of the Ninth World value your business. Please return. Thanks. There's the loan document. Yep, paid in full. If you walk into a tavern, there's a beholder at the tap. You run.
What are you talking about? 100 is not what I mean. What am I mean?
Well met. So... Well, what about Trist? So I have proof. Very well, show me this evidence. He opens the document, scans. After a moment, he sighs. It seems the courts owe her apology, sir. From this moment, she's free, and I'll make the arrangements.
Updated my
Thank
journal.
you. No, thank you. It's a rare individual who'll do what you've done. Excuse me, I must speak with Lady Trist. Farewell.
That one there! I've got him, he's mine!
All right.
You're my savior. I'll be forever in your debt. Don't come to me again with your pathetic problems. Ugh, evil, evil. I was happy to help you, Trist. Thank you, Cutter. You've saved me from certain death, a slow, painful death. Please wait here. I shall return shortly. Okay. Hello. She removes a purse. With the document provided, the courts will restore my status and finances. It's not much, but it's a well-deserved thank you. I'll take the 5,000 experience. And the cat.
What am I in? What am I in? Oh, that one's too late.
Aw. He's just mad, so he can't really gloat.
Come on, we got a special on slave. Use them for whatever you will.
Yeah, pretty early on, money was pretty rare. We have 10 grand lying. Guild Spur asked me to hand deliver a bill, so you can print up 100 copies. I'll have it for later. Go tell him. Thank you.
All right.
I mean, we're at the point now where literally a minor side quest gets us 6,000 experience. And it's not that much. In fact, that's only 1,500 experience per person. Take this message to Keldor of Durian at the Foundry. Okay.
Updated my journal.
I will update my journal. Probably not, Kennex Cal. I mean, do you want to know?
Use them for whatever you will. They're right over here. Step right up.
Oh, here we go. I found it, I found it. I'm blind. No, I've only seen bits and pieces of Honor Among Thieves. It's a good Forgotten Realms movie, for what it's worth. Probably the only good one we've ever had. Greetings. I have some questions. Do you know someone named Byron Pickett? What can you tell me about him? Right. Apparently I don't have incriminating papers on me. I must have missed that somewhere. Whatever. 2000X. Probably Canucks count. What are you looking at? You seem preoccupied. I beg your pardon. Please excuse me. She has the voice of an angel. She's such a pretty young thing. Why don't you talk to her?
Updated my journal.
I couldn't. I mean, a woman like that. She must be. I mean, was there anything else I could help you with? Yeah. Nope. She's totally taken.
Done.
There she is. You see a pretty young woman wearing simple clothes. She just wanders around, examining everything, but not making any purchases. Flash, she seems... You notice that people seem to be avoiding her, but they try not to make it obvious. She flashes you arms around. Greetings! Hello. Where can I buy some weapons? Anne's over there sells weapons. All kinds of weapons. Are you a warrior? Oh, how silly of me. Of course you are. I mean, how could you not with all those scars? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't mention those. You're not sensitive about it, are you? No, I've gotten used to it. Oh, good. I don't want to hurt your feelings or anyone else's for that matter. You just have to be careful what you say to someone, you know? I mean, people are different. You never know. What may offend one person may not offend the other. Anyway. Where can I buy some magic? Yeah, look over there, sells magic things. You a mage? You don't look like one, but I guess it looks can be deceiving. I don't know what a mage looks like. They wear robes with funny symbols and a pointy hat. Really? Well, that's good to know. I mean, mages scare me, so I want to know what they look like. I guess it's all that power they have. They can do really incredible things and all, but you know what they look like. Priests and warriors and you know, other powerful people just look powerful with stuff they carry around that makes them powerful people, not mages. Uh-huh. You really like to talk, don't you? Well, I've been told that I probably talk a bit too much, and people tend to avoid me, and I don't really have friends or male friends courting me. Sometimes it gets lonely. I don't think you're a bad person.
Updated my journal.
My name's Adon. Okay. So, her name's Karina. I beg your pardon, you know her, citizen? Yes, and she's lonely. I'm certain she'd enjoy the company of a gentleman.
Updated my journal.
Excuse me a moment, citizen. Thank you, friend. You're welcome, moron. What is this, high school? No, I don't think I've done enough Adon mentions yet. Hello again. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for what you did. What did I do? You sent Corvus my way. I know because he told me so. He was afraid to approach me. Thought I had a list of suitors. What I mean to say is thank you. Oh, you're welcome. She gives us a hug. Greetings. Do you need some help? Yes, I have questions. Can you tell me about the ward? Why is it called the lower ward? Well, as it's reckoned, the wizard's got a mess of portals to the lower planes all running through like Chasey does. So I suppose that's why his name's stuck. Why are there so many lower planes portals here? Yeah, it's a mystery to me as it must to you, Cutter. Not sure if there's a reason for the portal so much as circumstance. Could be the lady's will, could be chance. Do creatures ever come out of them? Oh, they do. Most of them just stopping through. You look nervous. Have you seen this yourself? I have seen it. Just last week or so, a couple of Abishai come through a portal. They talked a good bit. One of them went back through. One that stayed there is still there. What did they talk about? I don't know for sure. I was just hissing and such, but they was talking about the tower.
Updated my journal.
It's one of the strangest sights in the ward. Evo. No one really knows how the scarred old battle tower's been around. You can't get into it, you know. Bolted up tighter than a chastity belt. I'd be curious to know what's in it. The Abishai just read it. They were looking for the key, I bet. What key? The key to the portal that leads to the tower. Every portal has a key that opens it somewhere. The key can be anything. Maybe the key to getting in is not want to get
My
in.
journal.
I don't know. Maybe.
Updated my journal.
It's a drawbridge. Okay, thanks. Good night, Eva. Get some sleeps. Or else. We should probably go ahead and do some buying here. Where are people? Here we go. That is an excellent question, Dakota. Can I buy stuff, please? Hey, there we go. So I'll take my 4,000 gold, thanks. Close my neck. Since we're still a fighter for at least a little bit, how much is the notched dagger? There it is. It's a +2. And it's not that expensive, and I have 1 billion gold. I'm just going to buy it. Boop. What else? Really noteworthy. Anything else to sell? Where's my inventory at right now? Go through all that crap now. I'm gonna just look this up. Congrats, Mr. Red. Okay, I can sell the gem now. Okay. I am going to switch to the notched dagger, I think. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. I'm also going to get rid of that. Why can I not give an item? Morte, come here.
See the shine on that? See the edge on it?
Some magey stuff over here. Poor Morte. This is the note Guildspur asks you to deliver to Keldor of Durian in the Great Foundry. It looks like it's a private note, but you don't seem to have any scruples about reading it. Upon further examination, it appears it's just a bill for Guildspur's promotional services. You're a little disappointed it's not something more exciting. Yeah, sure, let's replace our eye really quick. Hold on to our old eye, just in case we need it. Okay, sell that, sell that. Let's give that to her. And all this is just key stuff. Too many keys, Mr. Wayne. Too many keys. Talk to to the frickin' vendor, dude. Don't go... Okay, fine, whatever.
Give me 2 packs. I'll take these 2.
Damn. I'll definitely sell that. Can you use this? You can. Is that better? That is much better. Here, have something much better. Just better. Gonna put that on you. Too many keys. And I don't know when any of them might be useful, so I have to hold on to all of them. You know another thing Baldur's Gate 3 does better? A key bag, whose entire purpose is to hold keys. See if there's any spells worth picking up while we're here. Greetings! What do we got? Nothing super fancy, but do we have remove curse? Oh shoot, I don't actually remember. We do not. So let's go and grab remove curse because we might need that at some point. Yeah, Arcanum, you're right, did the same thing. WoW did the same thing, for God's sakes. Confusion, huh? Sure. I'm gonna grab force missiles too. Cool. Okay. I would like to buy from you, please. So let's see. Resistance to all normal attacks. Plus HP, minus wisdom, minus int. In actuality, it's a living spider, not jewelry. When attached to one's wrist, it'll sink its fangs into your flesh and feed from the host, providing beneficial and detrimental effects. Thief only. Interesting. Double interesting, actually. Well, I'll buy the spider bracelet for her. And hang on. Hang on. Let's... I can't sell the Mage's Crown. It's fine. We'll get the Mage's Shield and the spider bracelet. Buy both of those.
Come on in, Basher. We have the best blades in town.
Where'd the spider bracelet go? Did I not click it? Game. Buy the spider bracelet.
I like that.
Yeah. Enjoy having a spider attached to your wrist. Because that's just kind of the world we live in here, really. Some people might think that's objectionable, but you know what? I believe in equal opportunity for spiders and wrists. You can put whatever you want on your wrist. Snakes, opossums, pandas, whatever. You know? I mean, 25% straight up damage resist is really nice. Is nobody gonna buy this stupid thing from me? And why do I have to keep going around the thing to do this? Alright, whatever.
All right.
There we go. I have no desire to enter this tower.
Get your save! Over here! Go for the price of one!
Okay. There's Coke's metal. You see an iron creature. Its size is staggering. If it stood full height, it would shatter the roof of the siege tower. Thundering echoes rattle the walkway as the creature hammers away on its forge, and the smell of soot and ash into the air. Greetings!
Updated my journal.
There's the screaming of metal on metal as the giant turns to face you. You realize suddenly the golem is built from the siege tower itself. Girders, pipes, and huge bracers run through its lower torso and into the walls, and the bottom portion makes up the forge itself. What are you? I am iron given purpose. What purpose? I forge the implements on which the multiverse will be unmade. Oh, you're making weapons. Metal is like flesh. Both carry potential in their veins. When tempered with heat and pressure, their potential surfaces. My purpose is to bring about this potential and allow it expression. Who do you make the weapons for? I forge them for the sake of entropy. They are pain-seeking expression. What does entropy need weapons for? Beyond this tower, order rallies its legions. The multiverse heals its wounds. In time, its strength may equal entropy. The multiverse is your enemy. Why?
Updated my journal.
The multiverse breathes, it grows, it stagnates, it forges its chains around the planes, link by link. In time, even entropy can be chained. And you're opposed to chaining entropy. When a thing seals itself against its own destruction, it merely dies a different death. So you're saying immortality is just a different kind of death. Immortality is only a word. All that exists can die. Reality. But it's funny how long that quote has endured, Mr. Red. I know it's only been like a week, but still. Ugh. So you could forge a weapon to kill an immortal. Every living thing has a weapon against which it has no defense. Time, disease, iron, guilt. How do you know which one to use? One must know the enemy. How do I do that? Start with a fragment of the enemy, a drop of blood, a crystallized thought, one of its hopes. All of these things tell the way in which it can die. Could you forge a weapon that would kill me? Yes. How? I would need a drop of your blood. Done. The tool of your destruction has been forged and educated. It is not enough.
Updated my journal.
The magics that keep your heart beating and mend your flesh are strong. You must sink the blade into your body only within a shell where you're cut off from the planes. Why? The reason is not known to me, yet both the weapon and the place are necessary for your destruction. How can I find a shell that separates me from the planes? Where can I find such a thing, Pocket? Is it even possible to find such a thing? Could we find such a place? That is not known to me. Okay, well, whatever. Hello. Can I help you? Okay. +1 hammer. +3 punching daggers. Yes, reality will break your body and then move on as if you never existed. Spiked gauntlets of ogre power. Those are expensive. Like, might actually touch my funds. Expensive. That's kind of impressive. Ironically, I'm not sure those are worth it. They're +3, which is nice. But that's kind of it. So I guess I'll leave now. And do I have the Blade of the Immortal? There it is. Use! Notice it's forged like the symbol of Torment, by the way. It's only a +1 weapon, but it is a unique artifact. And it's earned yet another, more or less, permanent spot in my inventory. So that's cool. You hold on to that for a while, would you please? Thanks. And I'm going to put this up here. Finally get rid of all this. In fact, I'm going to get rid of several of these things. I'm never using them. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh god, how do I leave?
I'm gone.
Okay. How do I leave? This tower is a siege engine. It exists to breach the walls between planes. If it can breach planes, why are you here? The tower is trapped in the city. The city is a cage it cannot breach. I guess that's why they call it that. How did it get here to be in the first place? At one time, the tower laid siege to the plains. How I was brought here is not known to me. How I may escape is not known to me. You said this can breach planes. How?
Updated my journal.
The tower anchors itself upon a plane. A wound is torn in the multiverse when the bridge of the tower opens. Legions may pass from one plane to another through the tower. When the plane has served Entropy's purpose, the tower anchors itself again. What happened to the legions who used the tower? Entropy has unmade them. Okay. What happened to the planes? Entropy has unmade them. Uh-huh. Okay, I want to go. Can I go? Is that an option? Can I leave, please? Cool. Yeah, chaos, but no, really. Like those nammy-pammies we've been interacting with over in Warhammer. I'm just gonna leave a nuke in here. What is this? Greetings. I shake his hand. Hamree's at your service, member of the Harmonium, fashion refined coffins for the recently departed. I think I know you, do I not? Let me see if I can place it. My name's Adon. Of course, Adon. I knew I recognized you. Wow. Anyway, you require my services? He suddenly smiles, seeing the opportunity for a joke at your expense. It seems to me, sir, you are the one in desperate need of a coffin, and soon. Right. I hear your father died? He disappeared some time ago, so I can only assume he's dead. Where'd you hear this? I don't recall. You say he disappeared? Oh, yes, many years ago. My father was a talented stonemason. And he did not only construct sarcophagi, but he was also quite skilled in tomb design. People from across Sigil.
Updated my journal.
I remember being in this very shop, talking with an older man, while a child sits in the corner and plays. On the counter between you and the shopkeeper is a set of plans. He seems to be explaining some intricacies with the construction of a tomb. When your sight returns, you are standing in the cavern and in front of a tomb. Above the entry, you see the slogan, "Engineered for Eternity," clearly carved in stone. The shopkeep is standing next to you, a broad smile on his face. He gestures for you and begins to walk into the tomb. You quickly match his pace from behind and draw your blade. Oh my god, we killed him. Which makes sense, he built our tomb. Practical was not a good person. He simply vanished one day, leaving most of his commissions unfinished. Most embarrassing. Took a long while to get out of the debts caused by his disappearance. And to an extent, I'm still settling various accounts. Sorry, I was just thinking. My father's disappearance was the reason I joined the Harmonium, and left it later on. First, I had a burning desire to find out what happened to him, and later I felt an obligation to continue his life's work. I never found the answers I sought. I'm not sure that's even possible, Mr. Red. Legitimately, unless you, the player, are skipping cutscenes, you, the character, kind of have to learn about your past in order to progress. Did your father keep any of the plans? Yeah, he did. After I came of age and inherited the business, they're quite extensive. If I describe a tomb for you, could you tell me if it was your father's work? I could try, but Harmonium training has blessed me with a sharp memory. I should be able to recognize my father's work if you give me enough details. Explain. There's little doubt the tomb you described as my father's work. The slogan you mentioned has been in my family trademark for generations. Where is it? It's here. Oh, odd. I don't recall any of the family records that even permitted him to construct a tomb there. The dustmen are very careful about building rights in real estate, especially beneath sigil. So you recognize the location. Oh yeah, sounds like the Drowned Nation's catacombs. I've never been there myself. Do you have the plans for that tomb? Oh yeah, the warehouse where I store my goods handled my business documents. Anyway, they're having internal problems, new management or some such nonsense. I haven't been able to replenish my stock of late, and I doubt I can retrieve the paperwork from them either. The Harmonium would never let things get so out of hand as to cause distress to customers. Maybe you can look into it for me? Alright. Yeah, the warehouse is having internal... You just said this. Absolutely.
Updated my journal.
Excellent. If you deal with the issue satisfactorily, you may have the plans for free. He gets that lecture look at his face again. I mean, that seemed like sufficient payment. Let me tell you about the difficulty involved with credit. No, it's okay. I'll help you out with this. Immediately and without question. Please stop talking. Thank you. Alright. Oh, I actually fit too. So there's Dimitri. Greetings. The man turns at your greeting just enough to acknowledge your presence. You notice he's a little pale of complexion and rather gaunt looking. He gives you a blank stare. I have some questions. The shopkeep does not notice any of this and continues his stream of useless prattle. Are you alright? He continues to stare at you and slowly nods. You wait for any further response, but he says nothing, only stares. You lean in and sniff, unsure what you'll find. As you do, the musty odor fills your senses, an odor you recognize from the time in the mortuary. It's the smell of dead flesh preserved by magic. You're a zombie, aren't you? The creature continues to stare at you blankly, slowly as if with great effort he begins to reply. Only your speak with dead power makes him understandable. Yes, I am Dimitri. Why are you here? He glances at the shopkeep and makes a feeble gesture. Seeing as this a sign of interest, the shopkeep redoubles his efforts in whatever tale he's telling. Amrys talks. Amrys never stops. Wanders town. Annoys master. Annoys everyone. Master create Dimitri. Tells Dimitri about Hamrys. Now Hamrys stay in shop. Master happy. Town happy. Dimitri sad. I know it's actually Dimtree, but I like to think this is the final fate of the villain from GTA 4. Just give me this, okay? What are you doing? Is there anything I can do to help you, Dimtree? Yes, find Master Sebastian. Ask him release me. Please. Please. I'll just put you out of misery. No, Master revive. Must ask Master, please. Okay.
Updated my journal.
So yeah, this is another excellent example of that mundanity in fantastical thing we've been talking about. the guy's son is so much of a chatterbox that his method of dealing with that was to commission the creation of a zombie whose only job it is to stand there and give him something to talk to, knowing his son is so oblivious that he will not notice that the zombie is, in fact, a zombie. I should probably go get the plans while I'm here. Like, that is interesting. And yeah, he's clearly quite miserable. He clearly does not enjoy his existence. Or undeath sins. Or... Yeah, you notice necromancy is kind of a cottage industry in this area, which makes sense. This is Sigil. You could see he's tormented by it. Alright. I'd like to claim something. Plans for a tome. You looked at it, sir. That's not my business. Here are your plans. No thanks. Farewell. By the way, you can actually get money from him. I don't feel like robbing some poor sod, so I'm not going to do that.
All right.
I'm not evil. Everything's fine. Hang on. We can apparently use the tome plans. Which are totally useless. I guess it's because we can come here first before we actually get to the tomb. Tomb. Hate that word. But that's useless because all it tells us is there's traps that kill you and how you teleport around, which we figured out immediately. I wanted to ask you about Dimitri. What about him? He wants to be released. He gives you a surprise look and the waves off. I found that hard to believe. Dimitri doesn't have mental power to desire anything. That idiot Hammer's put you up to this? Hammers doesn't know Dimitri is a zombie, let alone created him. Right? Yes, you're right, of course. Hammers could not have sent you. I guess poor Dimitri is more aware than I intended. A pox on me for my stupidity. Will you release him? I cannot. I'm sorry. I want to, mind you, but I cannot. I fulfilled a contract by creating Dimitri. I cannot break it, right or wrong. I'm a man of my word. I understand your dilemma. Could I release him instead? That would be difficult. First, you'd have to have some magical aptitude. He removes a book and sets it down in front of you. Second, you have to be able to properly speak the words you find on page 23 of this book. Lastly, you have to touch Dimitri just to feel the power of the words culminate. He turns his back on you and rummages through another box. I couldn't allow you to read that book, however. It'd be tantamount to breaking my word through actions of another. He continues to poke through the box, ignoring you. He's gonna
Updated my journal.
grab the book. Yeah, I've noticed contracts are a big thing in this setting, too. And in a setting where belief is everything, that makes sense. Let's talk to Hamrys first. I got the tomb plans. Thanks. Hey, Dimitri. I know how to release you. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
With a sigh, the zombie collapses at your feet. You think you hear a fleeting thank you, friend, as he falls to the ground. Do you not care at all about the fact that the man you were in the middle of talking to just fell over dead? He does not. Okay. Bye, Hamrys. He's probably still talking to him. And so, as you see, why are you laying down? Oh, that reminds me of a story. I can't say anything. I've known people like that. One time, I was taking a bus from Pennsylvania back to Kansas City. And that's a long freaking bus trip if you're not aware of it. And I sat down next to somebody who was like that. And that was the whole trip. It was someone who would not shut up the whole trip.
Done.
Now, I'm okay with that because it's me and I can hang like that. But I was just picturing in the back of my mind, a large body of other people who would absolutely hate that existence. Because, like, how many of you in chat right now would just be like, ugh, if you were sat down next to that person? Yeah. Let's see here. Double checking my notes. Oh, we're about to get her. Okay. I mean, I could always use more party members. Why not?
Done.
That irritates me, admittedly, Mr. Red. Anybody who's seen my reviews knows I'm not a big fan of needless repetition. That goes for social interactions, too. So anyways, as I was saying, I don't like repetition, especially in social interactions, because repetition, especially in social interactions... I'll stop.
Goldward, also known as Wanker City.
Oh, I love the video doodle.
Just where the rich people are? Is this? That sounds like wankers to me. Just filling out the map so I can navigate easier later. So, this is the brothel. Oh, that would be awful, Triaxia. I'd immediately go around talking to people to raise my level, though.
Done.
So, there's a succubus who runs the brothel. Try to be shocked. Before you was a stunning golden-haired woman dressed in an azure and violet dress with two long, elegant wings draped on her shoulders. She surveyed the room with a slight smile. She is easily the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. Point of order, I've seen Gates McFadden.
Well met, traveler. How may I help you?
Hello, Jennifer Hale. Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I'm called Fall from Grace. You're new to Sigil, are you? Yeah. Wait, no. I think I've been here for a while. Indeed. Yeah, it's a long tale. Longer than I know, actually. I'm more interested in what this place is. Oh, this is the brothel of slating intellectual lusts. I take it by your question, you do not intend to partake in our establishment. I'm sorry, intellectual lusts? What kind of brothel is this? I established this brothel to give those lustful fevers that strike the mind more avenues of expression than simply carnal. Much pleasure can be had in conversation and engaging in verbal arts with others. Hey, speak of the devil. Time to level up. I established this brothel to give the... Oh, I already clicked that. Sounds dull. Sounds dull. I assure you it is not. Tour the brothel, see for yourself. Interesting music choice. Who are you? I have updated my journal. Hello, updated my journal. I mean, there's all kinds of weird names in the city, so I doubt they'd even bat an eyelash at someone whose name is updated my journal. Why did you establish such a place? It's an odd question. I don't think anyone's ever asked me that, at least directly. My apologies, I didn't mean to be so direct, I was just curious. Oh no, no apologies necessary. I'm more than happy to discuss further reasons with you. Please. Part of the answer to your question requires that you know that I am a member of the Society of Sensation. Our faction believes one should experience as much of the multiverse as possible. Okay, so that's why you established this place? The brothel is intended to slate the lusts of the hard and intellectual. It's designed to stimulate the mind, to heighten one's awareness of themselves and others, to create new ways of experiencing another person. It's for those who seek something more than the shallow physical pleasures that fill the hive, the lower wards. I wouldn't call them shallow. I can understand that. The women here must be special indeed. Women who are aspiring sensates, they've come to me in search of instruction to prepare themselves under the faction. Also, many of them have a natural grasp of language that could shatter the crust of the most ardent individuals. Ladies in training, so to speak. Yes, I hope that by learning the art of language and its subtleties of the patrons, that the students here may learn more about themselves. One is only as limited as their command of the language. To be able to employ language is to evoke emotions in others. It's a tremendous skill. I see. I came here looking for help. Maybe you could help me? Help? What were you looking for? I seem to have lost my memories. In doing so, I've lost myself. I've been stricken with amnesia. How terrible. Do you have any idea how it happened? Not really. At least not that I can remember. I woke up in a slab in the mortuary and everything before that is black. I think the dustman took me for dead, or I was dead, or something. All I know is I regenerate wounds quickly. I could be immortal, but I'm not even sure about that for sure. She reaches a hand as if to touch you. May I? Yes. She drags her fingers along your chest lightly, tracing the edge of the scars. The scars do look as if they would have taken several lifetimes to accumulate. They certainly do, although some of them are recent. Some of these wounds would have been fatal to a normal man. What do you intend to do now? I need to get my memories back and my life back. I intend to scour the plains and search inside myself until I can piece together who I am and what brought me to this state. She's still thinking, fingers tapping on her chin. I must say, I've never met a man who had lost himself in a literal sense. Forgive me, your condition is intriguing. Intriguing, frightening is more like it. I don't like not knowing who I am, and what I might have done, or who my enemies are, or who my friends are. I have offended you with my words. I apologize. No harm done. If it will help, you are welcome to tour the brothel. Some of our students are well versed in verbal arts. I may do that. Can I ask you some questions first? Sure. Join my party. Huh? Right, sorry, you're new to this. This is a CRPG. You have a unique sprite. Join my party. We call that the Fire Emblem rule. You ever heard of a night hag named Ravel? I am familiar with the name. Rumors cluster thickly about that name, and most tend to discount her as myth, but I suspect she did exist, and she made quite the impression in the cage during her stage here. Why do you ask? I need to seek her out. Truly, I find myself compelled to ask why. I need her information. Is information available from no one else? I suspect so.
Updated my journal.
Consider this, if Ravel does indeed exist, she is extremely powerful and cunning. If a fraction of the stories about her are true, then she is a creature to be taken new meaning of evil. Searcher is not a quest to be undertaken lightly. Yeah, no. Do you know anything else about her? She's said to be one of the hags of the Grey Wastes, and that she was believed to possess power and cunning beyond those of her sisters. She came to Sigil long ago, and in addition to the evil she committed during her stay, rumor is that her actions threatened the cage itself. Now she primarily exists only as fiction, a figure in children's stories. I imagine the Lady of Pain dealt with her as all threats to Sigil are dealt with.
Updated my journal.
Ravel is most likely sent to a maze, one of the lady's prisons.
Updated my journal.
I actually already know what mazes are, so I'm just gonna go through this. I guess I'll read this, because you might not know what a maze is. Grace places her hands together, thumbs and fingers touching, forming a rough circle. The lady said to have the power to take pieces of Sigil. You watch in surprise as the ghostly image of Grace's little finger pulls itself from the hand and floats in the air, curling into a small circle, and make it like a maze. The ghostly circle floats in the air and begins slowly rotating. The piece of Sigil she takes holds the prisoner. There is no escaping from being mazed. It can happen at any time while walking up the street, through a door, and then you're somewhere else, inside the ghostly circle, and you can see a flicker of movement, like someone walking inside. It is said that there is a portal that leads out of each maze, but they're difficult to find. Perhaps they are left in there to give the prisoner hope. Perhaps they are left there to torture the prisoner. Perhaps it is both. Tell me more about this plane she's from, the Grey Wastes. A blighted plane that effectively lies between Beator and the Abyss. It's the battleground of the Blood War. Do you know anything else about her? Someone at the festival might know her.
Updated my
Excellent.
journal.
You're not human, right? She's one of those fiends of the succubi, she is. She'll take your measure and take your soul to the lower planes, so she will. Your companion is correct. I am a lesser Tenari, more specifically a succubus. I'm afraid we're a little too common in the lower planes and elsewhere for our own good. Most of my race spend their time seducing mortals with various pleasures of the flesh. And you?
Updated my journal.
I'd like to think I've distanced myself from that. It's ultimately a trivial and non-productive way for one to spend one's time here in the multiverse. It's much more to life, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, actually. Like, sex is great and all, but I got other stuff to do. Like, 3 p.m., sex. 7 p.m., go work on the new rewrite. 8 p.m., go work on the other new rewrite. 9:15, conquer Norway. Would you like to join me on my travels? Who's to say she'd be coming with us? We don't need to leave the likes of her, we do. Oh, that fiendling. I'm all for the succubus coming with us. The powers know you're about as much fun as passing cold chips through your bowels. You best let your bone box, skull. I accidentally did the same accent for both. I apologize. Fucking Kangax, that fight, I swear. Latch your bone box, or I'll rattle you so hard they'll be picking your teeth off the spire. Travel with you? That's rather forward, folk you. I'd rather be honest with my intentions. You seem extremely pleasant and well-versed in the ways of the plains. A companion with that kind of knowledge would be welcome. Hey, wait a minute. I'm the one versed in the plains. Yeah, there we go. There's Morte's voice. Hey, wait a minute. I'm the one well-versed in the plains. It's my job, Chief. Having two people knowledgeable about the plains in our band seems pretty smart to me. Besides, I said pleasant, Morte. Oh, pleasant in the eyes, maybe. Looks to me like all some chit has to do is show a little skin and you sign her right up. Not that I mind. Just thought I'd mention it. Noted, Morte. Look, Lady Grace, excuse me if I'm being too forward. Would you care to travel with us? I appreciate your candor. I will counter with my own. Why should I travel with you? That's a good question. I did just get a donation from Anditty. Then I will join you immediately. Why do you immediately do that? Anditty. Tokyo Extreme Racer, Halo SPB 3, and Kingdom Hearts 2. Done. Thank you, Anditty, as always. Is it possible to fail recruiting her? Yeah. She actually has a quest that is required to recruit her. You mean you wouldn't be interested in traveling with an immortal amnesiac who is searching the plains for himself? Well, I would be extremely interested. Such a suggestion is intriguing. Then would you like to travel with me? If you wish me to, there is something you must do for me. There are 10 students in this establishment. I want you to speak with all of them, then return to me with your thoughts. We shall see if we'll travel together. Very well.
Updated my journal.
Farewell, updated my journal. No, that's not. I should pop a real save while we're here. What are we up to? 6, looks like. That's right, Anditty. I am here. That is the original, because that's the only one I own at the moment, Kennex Cow. And no more will be added to it, because you know, we're kind of walking away from blocks in general. Having said that, let me double check something really quick. That's fascinating. River City Girls is on the list and in the block. I'll have to do some due diligence on that. Okay, let's talk to these Modrons. There's Modrons in here? There are Modrons in here. Come on, Chief. We're in a building full of the most sexiest chits of this side of the multiverse. You stop talking to Modrons? What can you tell me about what a Modron? What's there to say? Annoying little clockwork pests. They're always working to impose law and order upon the multiverse. Not good, mind you. Just law. Let's forget about them. Chat with the ladies, huh? Okay. Hang on. I was kind of hoping to finish this quest first, but we're going to be here for a minute, looks like. So why don't we go ahead and pause for lunch here? And then we'll go ahead and finish recruiting Falls from Grace when we get back. See you in a bit.